Richard said, "Fine,
Yeah,
I'll bet you 10 grand it won't."
yeah, but I agree with you, and that's the part where kind of like it was theater to me. It's like Richard was like standing by saying like, "No, my devs are better than the Ethereum devs," and then yeah, I mean, I agree with you. To me, it was just all theater for the most part, and that he had a role to play, so I wouldn't look too much into it. And in the pertinent, I don't think Eric Wall was actually being very serious. I think he was just playing a role with that part, with that particular part. Are there some things that he really probably does truly feel? I think so, but for the most part, he's on board. This is a win-win for everybody, I think.
You also got to understand that he's bringing up FUD about a new network that every network would have had. Binance Smart Chain, Matic, all of them,
Correct.
saying, "Oh,
100%.
you're building a new code. It's not going to work.
100%.
It's going to be buggy. It's going to be wrecked, and whoever buys your token is going to get wrecked." He's just bringing that old FUD that's done for all the other tokens in, just so he probably could buy cheaper. You get what I mean? Like, I actually saw a comment in one of these chats with over 3,000 followers, saying the whales are speaking to each other and they're going to sell their pulse because of the last interview. They're going to
Well,
sell a
do we
portion
know?
of their
Well,
pulse.
do we know? Do we know if he sacrificed? Does anybody know?
No, he probably didn't. He's offering to buy.
Well, I mean, he could have.
ICO,
Well, he
right?
could have
We don't
sacrificed.
know.
Well, he could have sacrificed
But
and
what?
still wants
Yeah,
more.
but I'm just
So
giving you.
we
I'm
don't know.
giving you the known. Yeah, who doesn't want more? Give me one person who sacrificed and think that they got enough. After like especially the growth of the growth of the pulse chain and all these new projects and the adoption that we've had, you still want more
No,
because
no. I agree
it's
with you,
just
and I think that I agree with you, and I think that's what Papa was alluding to. That he's basically just bringing up things that could happen with any new chain, and yeah, that part didn't make sense. And to me, that was the controlled opposition part. Like that was the role he was playing. They were very friendly. They were very cordial. It was for the documentary, so I wouldn't look too deep into it, to be honest, just from my personal opinion.
yeah. I just couldn't believe I heard comments of people saying, people making false claims. I think, let it be real. I don't know. I'm in a group of OGs and they're talking about they're going to be selling their portion of Pulse. Get ready for a dump. I'm like, and then I just replied, I'm like, dude, don't fall for this shit. And if you're making this shit up, it's not going to work.
Well, let's see how it comes out during the documentary, because that's what it's for. So let's see. They're probably gonna edit it. They're gonna make it sound cool. Let's see. Let's wait to that point.
A documentary lasts like what, an hour and a half, and they went for it might be only like a minute or 2 minutes of this interview, and only little portions put in. Like, you get what I mean? Or
Oh
it's
yeah,
not going to be
definitely. I
sitting there
mean,
for
well, who
yeah.
knows? It could be 5 minutes. It could be, but how many hours does it take to film like a documentary? Who knows? 20 hours, 30 hours, 60 hours, just
Hey,
to get an hour and a half.
Hexaberry, mute yourself and get back to us
Sure.
after you're done with the prison, right? Because they're coming to get you.
I'm in New York City, Papa. That's the ambulances. It's not for me. They passed. It's all good. Sorry, I'm walking the streets in New York City. This is how it is. Now it's quiet again.
I have a question.
Go for it.
What type of laptops are best for security purposes, right? Because you have
Here's some
Papa
makes.
Boner.
Yeah, here's some makes. Asus, HP, Mac, Samsung. You want to get one, a low end one. You don't need any discrete GPU, but you want to get one that 100% is manufactured and the software is loaded outside of mainland China. That's all there is to it.
Okay, and then what type of stuff can I do on that laptop? Is it just so I would install like Google Chrome and then the MetaMask and that's it, and only use the DeX with the laptop? Like no
No.
browsing YouTube or anything like that? Or
Well, you would, yes, you would not do your browsing of YouTube for sure. Remember, this is a dedicated laptop for crypto. Now, where in this did you mention that you would be having your hardware wallet interfacing with it? Do you have hardware wallets?
yeah, that's why I was asking about the. I would just install like the Chrome and interact with the MetaMask front end using my hardware wallet.
Very good. Then that's all you need to know. Don't do anything else creative with the laptop. Don't get onto eBay and start shopping or download torrents or do any of the other nifty things you like on your other PCs. Just keep it simple. Go to
And when
the
I'm using,
approved Richard Hart product and project front ends and interface with them through MetaMask.
okay, and will I also need? Will I want a VPN or need a VPN using that?
Personally, I would not. I would have a wired connection to your home router. I would make sure that my home network was as tidy as possible. You would use the Windows-based security features and your hardware wallet. That's really all you need if you keep it to the basics.
Okay, great. Yeah, got it. Thanks.
Excellent. And by the way, that goes for today. There may be more things that we need in the future, and you'll keep up to date with those as well. But for now, keep it simple. A very basic installation of the OS, and keep, of course, those patches up to date. Make sure your patches and upgrades are also up to date with both your hardware wallet front end will alert you as to whether or not there are upgrades and updates, and also your Chrome browser. Keep those up to date because there are security features that come out for all three of those all the time.
Got it. Yeah, I see the. I use Ledger, so I see that there's updates, every year or so.
They should be more frequent than that. So please pay close attention and don't get don't fall behind. As soon as they're alerting, before you do your transaction, always update your hardware. Sorry, your firmware.
Right. Say I don't want to just, look at crypto a couple years. I just want to put on my ledger and I don't update, right? What kind of risk would I run into if I were to just say, store it in my vault and just leave it sitting for 2 years and then come back to it and there's these firmware updates and I just operate with my wallet through that crypto laptop, that's been sitting dormant for a couple of years? Like what kind of
Well, you've got a serious risk, and that is the fact that if you do not electrify that unit within, let's say, every year, then you run the risk of the actual onboard memory losing the charge and the electrons starting to drift. And that would mean that you could get a corrupted data bank, and you don't want that. So you should at least electrify it every year, if not to check for updates and upgrades at that point. You would be foolish.
got it.
Keep them up to date. And if you don't want to, then factory wipe it and keep your wallets, the seeds, etched into titanium and in cold storage offline until such a point that you want to interact with them. And when you do, you simply go through an advanced recovery method of introducing those into the absolutely 100% up-to-date hardware wallet when you so wish.
Yeah, I've got that. I've got some washers and the bolts and a
Nice.
stamp kit.
Good.
Yep. Just need the laptop.
Right. The other thing is you can't tell, and I can't see forward in time to be able to advise you of any other threats or zero-day attacks that you may be subject to if you don't upgrade or update your firmware in the future. I take no responsibility for that, nor can either of the manufacturers take responsibility for that if you don't follow the rules. So we simply do it as best practice.
Cool. Thanks.
It's easy. It's really an easy thing to do. I mean, and you know it too. It's super easy to simply make sure everything's up to date before you transact. Plug in. If you get the alert, always go to the manufacturer's front end to do your updates of your firmware first before you start connecting.
Right. So on the crypto laptop, should I uninstall the hardware front end software like Ledger Live after using it, or
No,
like
no,
I can just leave
no.
it
Leave
on
that.
there?
Leave that installed because that's what's going to give you the alerts for the updates when you plug in physically. It also gives alerts for its own updates. So you get updates for the front end, you get updates for the firmware on the hardware wallet as well. You need that.
Okay, got it. I think okay, yeah, okay. I think I got most of the security stuff down then. Just need a
PulseX, do I have all that right? Would you concur, Doctor?
I concur.
Excellent, tardigrade. You now have 2 data points.
yeah, appreciate it.
Yo, Papa. Hey, man. I'm gonna try to keep it short, simple, and sweet. I really think that I just got rinsed, and I mean, really rinsed. I just got the wallet, and I just need to verify, like right now, dude, right now. That
All
seed
right, settle
phrase.
down. Settle down. Hold on a second. Settle down. We'll get you through this. We only
Hold on,
spoke
hold on. I'm good.
yesterday,
I'm
so I'm
good. I'm good.
hoping that
I'm
you
good.
didn't
I'm
do
good.
something.
I'm good. I'm good. I need to verify, dude, something. I need to
All
verify
right.
right now if my treasure wallet is real. So the one that I saw on
We're,
YouTube and the one that I think
yep.
I saw you on, the seed phrase paper, is
Yes.
it just folded in two, like one way,
Yes.
or is it folded three ways?
Hold on. Wait. Stop. Where did you
Yeah.
buy the device from?
I got it off of Amazon.
Then I would consider that compromised. Don't use it. Why did you buy it off Amazon when we told you on this chat you only buy it from Trezor.io?
Because it was in euros and I got USD, and for some reason
All all
it
right.
wasn't looking right.
Now,
Like I did like
all right. Now you're talking shit. I'm telling you now. In this chat, we told you just yesterday or the day before, only buy it from Trezor.io. And I don't care what currency freaked you out. You don't go and say, "Well, I'll buy it from Amazon because." Specifically, I was told not to because it was in dollars. That's
look, if
silly.
you wanna,
So now, wait.
yeah,
So now, without further ado, I'm going to ask you, what did you enter into it?
uh my wallet, dude. Uh
Your seed phrase?
yeah, but I did it how you did it, like, and the other guys, like
I
where
don't
you.
care. I don't care. Your foundation is one of compromise. I want to know, did you complete the task of entering in your seed into that wallet?
Yeah, I did. I did.
Okay. Do you have any reason to suspect that your currency has been taken from that account?
Uh yeah, with the ether scan and the poly scan, dude.
Okay, does it show a transaction that you did not approve? Did it show anything leaving that wallet? Do you see those transactions?
Yeah, dude. Yes, I do. And
Okay, is there any Ethereum left in that wallet, or was it the last to travel out?
it was the last to travel out, man. The treasure wallet was it, man. The treasure wallet was it. The treasure wallet was it. The treasure wallet was fucking not real. This treasure wallet, because I saw I saw everything in this treasure wallet, and I just got into it after giving it about 30 or 45-minute break, and it sees nothing. Ah, man.
All right. Wait, let's settle down for a second.
Yeah, buddy.
You saw confirmed transactions that showed all of your assets leave that wallet. The last to
Yeah.
travel out was Ethereum. I would say right now that it's only a 50% chance. We don't have anything confirmed that this is a rinse job. So, and the fact that there's reverse engineered hardware that's in your possession. So let's roll back. So even though you bought it from Amazon, describe to me how the packaging looked when you got it.
Let me stop you
good.
right there, Papa, because he was in here. He was in here earlier, and I think his name was March. I can't remember his name. Anyways, he gave him his private key, and he confirmed. We were literally sitting here live listening to him getting rent. So he's for sure compromised.
All right, so you're telling me that this gentleman gave his seeds out on this chat?
No. His public address. His
His
public
public
address.
address. And
Yeah.
you guys
Yesterday,
checked it out
he had
already?
malware on his computer.
He gave
Hold on
out
a second.
some of the guys on here earlier got his public address, and we were literally sitting listening live as he was getting rinsed out, because he had done the migration, and he noticed something fishy was going on with his wallet, so he came here and asked about it. And then one of the guys here asked, "Hey, can I just look at your public address? Would you mind sending me your public address?" And I think a couple of guys got him. Either way, they were both watching basically real time him getting rinsed. So it's all gone.
All right, that's all right. Well, then if it's confirmed, and unless you want to share with me any transaction hashes or public addresses in private, you can send them to me. I'll take a look. But
Yeah,
let's imagine that
it
it's
was
been done.
Adrian. Yeah,
Did Adrian check
was
it
in
out?
here. Yeah,
And
Adrian checked it out, and
can I
Didn't
add
yesterday
something
he
too?
said he had malware on his computer? This is the same guy.
nah, it sounds like it was his treasure or whatever he bought off of Amazon. He didn't say that earlier.
I literally plugged it in and secretly entered my seeds, and
All right,
So you're not the guy who
HEXradio,
said
hold
that
on a
the wallet
second.
address was corrupted?
Hold on a second. Hold on. HCrypto, explain to me the method that you introduced the seed into the device. Did you type it into the keyboard, or did you go through the clicking every button and selecting through the you got a Trezor 1 or a Trezor Model T? Which one?
treasure one, man. Yeah, and I clicked everything in.
You clicked everything in, meaning it was all encrypted on the screen, and you selected through the dots on your display on your PC. You're clicking on the dots.
Yes, sir. It was yes, it was a pain in the ass. Yes, I did. Yep.
Well, this is a first then. That's very interesting. This is a reverse. I mean, now we got to confirm there's a reverse engineering attack then.
The like I literally went to the suite.treasure.io. Like I followed your shit like in like literally 75% way through your stuff, because like the first page was like slightly different. Like it had been like kind of maybe updated or something, but it looked like right on it. But I didn't pay no mind because it was just like I don't know how to explain it. Okay, maybe I don't even really try to look, but please. But it looked slightly different. Then everything was the same. Everything was the same. And then maybe there was
What was the
one
URL? Can
different
you repeat
change.
that? HCrypto, can you please repeat that URL that you went to?
It's like the sweet.treasure.io, the one that
Yep, that's correct. That's correct. But so everything was followed in the video, except for the disclaimer at the very beginning that says you only buy this from the manufacturer. Is that correct? Because that's like step 0, right? Only buy it from the manufacturer, but reverse engineering attacks are so few and far between.
do
It's
you have
like
the
less than a
box?
1% chance, but here you
Do
are
you
with potential of one. I really want to dissect
do
this.
you do you do you have a box, dude? Like, cause like the back of this, man, I don't know, like with this
All
professional
right.
company wouldn't have, but I don't know.
All right, hold
The
on.
stickers were good.
Wait. The little square box it came in, was it glued shut with tamper-proof stickers on the outside or not?
Yeah. Yes, the stickers were there and it was tough to get in. Yes.
Tough to get in or impossible without destroying the box?
Impossible without destroying at least the like one side of the box. Yeah. Yeah,
What
like
about
you
the
have
other
to
side of the box?
uh I thought I was bugging and like, weak, and then I went to the other side, but everything was perfect. Like, yes, I looked at the plastic on it. It was very tight. I still have everything right on my desk. Like I'm trying to like, gather myself and, you know, I don't even know if I really need to turn this into the police.
You most
Just how
definitely need
bad
a police
everything was.
report if you're going to do anything forward. Absolutely. If you
Like,
believe you
look,
have reason to
I
believe that you've been rinsed,
literally
you
did my
should get a
taxes
police
on my
report.
Turco. I literally did all my taxes like 2 days ago. Like I still have a copy on the Coin League or whatever. But I literally like got like imported everything that I ever did
Papa,
on my taxes, and so I got copies of what I
Papa,
had and stuff. So it's just like
Yep.
my bad.
Yep. Okay. There's
okay,
another
H
comment.
crypto,
Wait, hold on. Go ahead.
H, H crypto. Yeah, so I was on here, man. I was on here while you were going through all this, and Merch was looking things up, and it was asking you if you had done transactions, and he looked at, the approvals, and so I think this would happen, Papa. So he did a migration, okay, and not a new setup, and he didn't need to do a migration because he didn't sacrifice. So instead of setting it up as a new wallet and sending everything over to it, he migrated it. And I think
Right.
that's when things started happening, was when he initiated that.
Right.
That's when these transfers started going out, and
Right.
they consolidated everything to ETH, and then they sent all of his ETH to one address, and they were following it as it was going to different addresses, and so
Yep.
that's what I saw. That's what I heard.
There's one. Okay. So there's one more thing that we're overlooking. And the fact is that this wallet was on a machine before it was migrated to the hardware wallet. It could just be a coincidence, a sad coincidence that he was migrating, but that compromise traveled with the migration. That's what we say, right? It's only stopping the bleeding. It isn't
Right.
adding
It
any
won't. There's
true additional security. So I want to know more about where this original seed phrase was active. You had it on a PC before you did the migration. Is that correct, HCrypto?
And his phone. And his phone.
I
And
just
his
want to mention.
phone. Okay.
I just want to
All
mention
right.
real quick to H crypto. I don't know if we got clarity on this earlier, but you said that someone sent you a link yesterday that you clicked, a bridge, right? That you used for Matic.
Yeah, curiosity killed the cat. I think her name was Tam. I don't want to point any fingers towards her. by any means, because with the time, with what I was doing and interacting with the treasurer, and then seeing stuff, and then seeing just shit at zero, and then just seeing like where my account should be, the profile. Like, let me just note this to y'all. Where, you know how like when you first start MetaMask and your profile picture or whatever to the account is like pixelated and stuff. Well, that did not have a profile picture like where it had, like, I'm gonna just be honest with you, because like I'm gonna, like, I guess start from zero and shit and whatever. um it was like 3 grand, like a little over 3 grand, and so it was like a little bit more than, it was like way more than I had in the account, but I had, diversified and, you know, uh, invested in. Anyways, uh, everything got sucked up besides like my Shiba and like uh, some of my Pulse.
Because they ran out of ETH for gas fees. That's why they couldn't take your Shiba.
Yeah, that's why they couldn't. Yeah, they actually, I think they probably did take my Shiba. I'm not, but they probably took the Pulse. Whatever.
No, but to the question earlier, to the question that was just asked about clicking on a link, I think there was a misunderstanding because HEXcrypto was talking about syncing his wallet, but I think what he was referring to was migrating everything over to the Trezor.
Yeah, but
And
okay.
Tam did send him a link. Tam is
Yeah.
actually an admin. She
Tam.
did send him.
Hey, HEXcrypto, did Cam
Hold on,
send you the
real quick.
link
Let me
privately?
finish so y'all know the profile picture was ETH. The profile picture was lined letters of ETH, and it was bigger, a little bit bigger than the profile picture. So like area, and like that was the address and profile picture, like everything. ETH. I promise, I'm not like tripping. I know the symbols to the left, and I know where to look for my E to USD and money and all. I know, but the profile picture, dude. Yeah, man. I mean, I don't know. I guess I was hesitant. Maybe I had like 10 to 30 seconds to click the send button to who I wanted to, but I was just like trying to figure some other stuff out, and it was, by the time I looked, it was just gone.
HEXcrypto, I want to know, you mentioned that they got your Pulse. Are you sure you're not on the testnet network?
No, it was the Pulse prediction coin, the token.
Pulse prediction coin, can you please explain?
There's a Pulse prediction token on the coin market cap that I was
Okay,
able to.
stop. Did you buy that token? Did you swap for that token, or did you just receive it?
I bought that token.
You bought that token. Okay.
Yeah, but
And why did
that
you
was
select that token?
Yeah, I bought it at that price. Shit's not that much or whatever, and it's like in beta, like coin market cap. This is a huge site, and they get paid for stuff, and like, I'm not like, this is like legit, like prediction market deal or whatever. I don't, and I had Pulse for like a while, like I had that for a while. Just letting you know. Sorry.
HEXcrypto, we told you a few days ago, do not touch that, do not look at it. It's not real Pulse. We told you this. And we also asked you
Yeah.
about your security, and you also said,
I'm
yeah,
not
I'll keep
saying
that
that it's
covered.
Pulse. I'm not saying that it's Pulse. I'm not saying that it's Pulse. I'm not
You
saying
just said
that
it's
this
legit.
legit from
I'll
the
let you
people
take
that
that,
are
Tom.
running Pulse prediction market.
Sorry.
Yes, it's in beta stage. Yes, I'm very sorry to cut you off, but like, they're not like, I'm guessing they're not associated with the Pulse chain and all that.
Listen,
But
HEXcrypto,
this is
dude,
just a prediction.
dude, we have hard rules in here, man. There's no third party tokens, right? I appreciate that you're new to the community and
Sorry.
understand that you just bought in a week ago, but and you're new to the chat, but every time I come in here, you're stepping on the mic, and this is the third time I've heard you talk about this. So if there's a mod in here that wants to tell you about it, maybe they can tell you about it, Papa, somebody. But dude, you gotta stop talking about this shit.
Hey, bro.
We
Yeah,
don't want to hear about
fully
crap
respect that.
coins on Coinbase, dude. Stop.
All right. Yeah, my bad, dude. I didn't mean to break any rules. I was just being transparent and very humble.
Fine.
And just what happened.
Normally it's at the top of the
So,
room. I don't know why it's not there anymore, but I've been in this chat for the last 18 months. And that's a very hard number one rule. No third-party tokens. We don't talk about other trash stuff. If it's not a Richard Hart project, we don't talk about it.
He's not shilling it though. He's just explaining what's going on.
Captain, I made the inquiry. I wanted to know exactly what he's talking about. Sounded to me like he's got a bunch of interesting things in his wallet. Obviously, Pulsechain is not launched yet. Nothing with Pulse in the beginning of it is officially sanctioned by Richard Hart. It's not legit. If he touched some of these things as residue or a dusting attack, he may have activated this or that, and he's been rinsed. But right now, I've got like 5 different ways that he could have, been attacked. And I would say, yeah, I mean, we're getting to the bottom of it. That's all. HEXcrypto, you mentioned a few things. We're not going to mention the names of those tokens again, but you were playing around with various assets. You were dispensing of them. You were swapping them. You were shifting them back and forth between accounts. I don't know what you were doing, but you were moving them, correct?
all I was doing was migrating, like from MetaMask to like I was entering my seed phrase into Treasure and then using the dashboard, and then I'm looking at everything, but like obviously it's not registering my NFTs and all that, but I'm seeing all said tokens, and yeah, I mean they were like all at zero, besides a few of them.
Well, you were also HEXcrypto. I think it's also important to mention that you were on your phone and your desktop at the same time, logged into both, and your phone was showing a balance of X, which showed actually that you had tokens still, and then your computer was showing that you were getting rinsed. So you were logged into both at the same time. I don't know, Papa, if that's relevant or not.
Well, the connection at the same time is neither here nor there unless it was mid-attack. But I just don't.
Hey, Papa.
I just don't see why. I don't see why there would be a need for a migration in this scenario. If you're brand new to this whole thing, you didn't sacrifice. What made you think that a migration was the right process? Number one. Number two, why didn't you just remove it from your phone? Because one of the rules in the video is only have the seed active in one place at one time. This is all post-mortem, by the way. If you're rinsed, it's gone. We understand that. Now we're just sifting through the ashes, trying to understand what happened. I'm believing less and less that this is a reverse engineering attack on the hardware device, even though you made a critical error and did not buy it from the manufacturer. There's many more, very more blatant and obvious flaws in this entire scenario. So roll back a little bit and explain to me why you didn't just remove it from your phone first and then concentrate on the instance that was on your PC.
Because I was ignorant.
Hey,
okay, so that's...
I got something to say. Hey, Papa, let me say something. So, what you could do is you could check your MetaMask for every single smart contract you connected to, and then based on that, you can go search Etherscan to see to check those smart contracts to see if other people have reported scams. So that would be like any of your NFT projects. That would be this other third-party token that's not associated with Pulse. That would be where I would start. Checking the contract addresses on Etherscan.
The first thing he
that
needs
could
to
give
do
you
is to check Amazon and see if he bought from the treasure store on Amazon or a third party.
No. That's far less obvious right now. Right now, let's concentrate on the connections and the interactions with the smart contracts. I think Bros has a good plan. Check out the interactions with the smart contracts in your activity. The activity that's logged both on Etherscan and also in the interface on your laptop and your phone. But most importantly, you want to check those out now, and also the connections to the front ends. The connections to the front ends and the interactions with the smart contracts are the two most obvious choices to check out for problems.
I can see the public address. I can see the public address that they made their exit to, because the last transaction, the last box in my activity is called exit.
It's called exit.
That's not where you want to look. So you don't want to follow the address that stole your funds. You want to look at the smart contracts that you interacted with, like Hex, for example. Hex has a smart contract address. And what you would do is you'd go to that address on Etherscan, and then you'd check the comments to see if other people are reporting incidents that they had with that particular smart contract after interacting with it.
There is one that I can see for HEXcrypto. There's an interaction where some Hex was returned to your wallet, but also some Pulse. I don't know whether or not that is the one contract here. And looking it up, the contract isn't verified. So that's probably the one
I staked that. I staked it. I think for like $100. It doesn't tell me. Hold on. It doesn't tell me the total of what. It just said what? It just says the gas fee that I used. It doesn't tell me the total that I spent on the Hex. But it tells me.
Merch, you were the recipient of his public address, and you've been checking these things out along with Adrian.
Yeah, earlier when HEXcrypto was talking about it, I got him to send me his public address so I could have a quick look.
All right. HEXcrypto, hold on a second. Hold on. So, hold on. HEXcrypto, hold on. So, Merch, let's consider you the forensic practitioner here in this case. Tell us.
I'm not the best at it, but I'll do my best.
But you should be able to trace back and find out what smart contracts he's been interacting with. The last, 5 or 6 transactions should give you enough evidence to be able to see that.
And Merch, do you know how to check the comment section of a smart contract?
Yes.
Etherscan. Okay. Yeah, that's what you want to look for.
All right, let's give Merch a couple seconds to digest this. HEXcrypto, I think it's much more likely that this is the case of getting rinsed through an interaction or a connection rather than the hardware device itself. But stay tuned. I still wouldn't trust the hardware device you purchased, but there's 3 avenues by which you kind of were not paying attention. Yes, your naivete, I wouldn't call it ignorance. You were naive, and you just, barreled down the road in a less than responsible manner. So we'll get you understanding what you did wrong and get you set on the right track. Yes, you have to start over. That's a sad fact. But unless magically you've not seen the fact that these funds have gone to another wallet that you control, which is highly unlikely, I would say that the story is done. But just stay tuned. Merch is going to take a look for you, because for the edification of the entire community, we'd like to know which nefarious sites you connected up with and how you got rinsed.
Just
Yeah,
one thing.
the one
Oh.
that stands out to me is an interaction of a trade for Ether on Sushi Swap to get Pulse, and we all know that Pulse doesn't exist on Ethereum. So that's the one contract interaction that I'm concerned about.
Yeah, that sounds to be a pretty obvious one.
I had looked at, yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it's all out there, dude. Yeah, I mean, you know, before I met you guys and actually met a community, and you know, before, you know, like it took me a couple days, I guess, to really find y'all. I was just like, I had a bunch of questions about stuff, and I was very, very curious about this, and I was like, this looks like an opportunity, man. You know, and you know what I mean? Like it took me a couple days to find y'all. So I think, yeah, I did maybe, you know, find those bad websites that had all that crap. You know, I'm not gonna deny it. I just can't. So, but this staking. Let me ask this question real quick. This staking, uh, does that mean I have to put in money every month? You know, is this like I'm you know what I mean? Like, or is it just one time?
Okay, what asset are you talking about staking? To date, the only thing you can stake is HEX at
Yeah, I
go.hex.com.
got stake. I got stake start May 22nd and go.hex.com. I got
All right. All right. So if you connected up that wallet with go.hex.com/stake, perhaps you'll still see your stakes there. If it hasn't been ended, if it hasn't been an emergency end staked, you may still have your assets all staked up.
yeah, I just I mean, I'm gonna look right now, but
Well,
but
check
yeah,
it out. Check it out. That may
Yeah,
be
there's
your
so
value.
yeah, check that out. There, I could see the interaction with the staking. That so your tokens go to the null address, so they're not represented in your token count in your wallet. But he has interacted and done the correct contract for that hex staking.
That's good news. So maybe all is not lost, HEXcrypto. Did you
so
what
this is just
percentage
what
of
I'm
your
saying.
what percentage of your holdings in HEX did you stake?
Man, am I allowed to talk about a dollar amount? I mean,
No, I asked for a percentage.
uh
I'd say 1% pop, or
1%.
10%,
Okay.
maybe max.
10%. All right. Well,
0.5%. I think. Hold on. Let me.
0.5%. Okay. Well, okay.
Maybe.
It's
Maybe. You
Papa
gotta-
Burner, just a question.
yeah.
He did say when he entered the room, he asked, "It was the passphrase supposed to be folded twice or 3 times?" That there rings a bell in my head that we're not addressing, or you haven't asked him. Why was there a passphrase in the box that he opened?
Passphrase. Exactly.
Yeah. So that's
Interesting.
automatically saying, yeah, that's one thing that we're missing. He said that in the beginning. He asked you, was it supposed to be folded twice or 3 times, which I think was an odd question as well.
Right. No, that's very interesting. Okay, hold on a second. HEXcrypto, when you made the connection up with MetaMask after you did the migration, you followed the video, you uninstalled MetaMask and you reinstalled it and created a 12-word seed. Did that happen or not?
No. It did not. I just all I did was my seeds to the treasure wallet. You know, like encrypted and
Yep. Now,
yeah.
did you select hidden wallet or standard wallet when you were connecting up to view all your assets on Trezor Suite?
Ask that one more time.
Yeah. So what we're getting from Haunted is maybe a question that you asked about how many times you have to enter in. You could have mistaken the passphrase for a password, did you get any fields like empty spaces where you entered in on the keyboard a passphrase? You would have entered it in
No.
twice.
Just one thing, Papa. He said folded. Folded. Was it supposed to be folded once or twice in the box?
No, he's talking about the physical backup card that comes with his Trezor One.
Okay.
But HCrypto, you never entered in a passphrase, correct?
Passphrase. What I entered 12 on all 12, but I did it through the treasure. I did like I encrypted it through the treasure. You know
Yeah,
what
I
I mean?
get
Like,
it. I get it. But when you viewed your assets, is there any possibility you never connected up with MetaMask because you didn't get to the end of the video, right? So you never tried to connect up your hardware wallet back with MetaMask because MetaMask to this moment is still running the same seeds that are currently running both on your phone and the hardware wallet. Is that correct?
well,
Running
like
in
look,
3 places.
okay, now that's right after I clicked it in, and then I saw transactions, or I saw in the dashboard, like 95% maybe of my coins, and only like 3 were registering, and
Yeah, don't worry about that. You've got some exotic tokens in your wallet, so not all of them would have shown up anyway on
but I
Treasure
but I
Suite.
yeah,
Don't
the
worry about
thing
that
is, like,
part.
that's
Don't
right.
don't worry about
Okay,
that
well,
part.
right as soon as I'm trying to tell you, right as soon as I entered in my seed phrase and got prompted to the dashboard, I clicked on MetaMask to see what it was doing, and see if if things were going, I guess, at like, I was migrating, like, things were happening, and I clicked on it, and that's when that's when I'm seeing my stuff in the treasure app, the treasure dashboard, and then when I'm clicking on MetaMask, I see like nothing across the board, and uh so I freaking out a little bit here, not just trying to get control of these emotions. um I go to my phone, and it's just two finger taps away, and I'm right there. And yeah, that's when I started, like, basically monitoring it. I'm clicking over different test nets, main nets. I was on the Ethereum one, and then everything was moved. All my assets and everything was in Ethereum, and everything was pretty much moved into Polygon. I shit you not. It said Matic mainnet. Okay. If I'm gonna leave the mic on, and I'm gonna go into the MetaMask, and I'm gonna um um share the mainnet or testnet. So whichever one for y'all to like look out for, to not even click on or even add, or it was
It's
Matic
okay. It's okay.
mainnet.
It's okay.
Okay.
It's okay. We don't need to see that right now.
All right, let me mute
Merch,
myself.
have you learned anything
Yeah.
else?
So yeah, scrolling through, I definitely think I found the contract that was interacted with. So a lot of the comments, whoever raised that, sorry, I didn't see your name, but in the comments section on one of the transactions, the contract that was interacted with by HEXcrypto, whether he did it or it was done by someone else, is a scam contract, and all the comments are representing that.
Bingo. HCrypto. We've now confirmed that you've interacted with a nefarious contract. This helps out to understand what happened. It's just a really, really sad coincidence, timing wise, that you are migrating in the middle of this. But the true problem that we now believe is that you've interacted with a bad contract.
Can you merch? I'm sorry to interrupt you, Papa. Can that contract ID address? Can you DM me that? Because the only smart contracts that I dealt with, it was just like one, I believe, and it was in OpenSea, and I remember signing basically signing that smart contract. So
Yeah.
please.
So I'll send you the transaction hash, which shows an interaction where you've gone to, well, what has happened is Ethereum from your wallet has gone to SushiSwap, and through the routing and all of that transaction, you have ended up with a Pulse token. Now, this contract that you've interacted with to achieve that has been a scam contract, and there's comments over the contracts that have been used to represent that. So I'll send you the transaction hash so you can see which one I'm talking about. But definitely something there that doesn't seem right. And I'm not sure exactly how you've achieved it, as I can't look at your approvals and things directly as I'm not signed into your wallet. So that might be something you want to have a look at, is sign into, say, like Zapify or debank yourself now that the wallet's already compromised, and check your approvals you've done. But this seems to be the transaction where the damage has been caused, that I can tell.
You should be able to see that the token approvals on Etherscan, right? Etherscan.io/token approval checker.
Okay, I'll check as well. Cheers, PulseX.
You could also see that in MetaMask when you open it up. To the right of your particular address that's connected, you click the 3 dots, and then it opens up like a drop down, and then it says connected sites, and then you click that, and it'll show you all the sites you're connected to with your MetaMask.
That's the only site interaction. What we're talking about here is a potential approval at the front end of a smart contract. So it may have started with a site interaction approval, but he actually clicked and approved the smart contract to interact with his wallet, and that you will not see through MetaMask.
That is true, Papa.
Is it not called like a multi-call? Multi-call?
Could be. That's a part of it. Multi-call would be that it's multiple interactions.
Yeah, from the token approval, there's one with a little warning sign on it, unverified contract. Oh, that's not that bad, but it's the asset is Radio Kaka V2. That's the only one that's standing out in terms of the approvals on Etherscan from the one you mentioned, PulseX.
No way, dude. No, you're not, like, is that where you're thinking? Like, no way.
So let me ask a question. So there were some assets on Polygon
That's a
on
website.
Ethereum.
That's a website. Sorry.
Yeah. So we had some assets on Ethereum and we had some assets on Polygon, or no?
Yes, that's correct. There was both NFTs and HEX on Polygon, plus maybe some other random things, which could have been the attack vector tokens. But the other thing that happened was there was a bridging of HEX to Ethereum that occurred maybe 18 hours prior to sort of everything being rinsed. So that's the only other sort of change.
Because the merch, if you're telling me correctly, dude, if the smart contract that rinsed me for more than said price, this huge metaverse, like DJ Khaled's in here. I'm not trying to drop names, but French Montana, they like have stakes up in here and shit. And like this other blah blah blah, whatever. And yeah, dude, this Radio Kaka thing is they're huge. And if they're
I'm not saying it's bad. That's just the only unverified contract that you've interacted with. Everything else on there in terms of the Ethereum approval checker, unless you maybe did it on Polygon, which is where I'll have to check on Polygon scan and see if have they got the approval tracker as well, Profex.
I don't know. You have to check the BSC scan and see if they have it. So are all the assets on Polygon, were they rinsed or were they moved over to Ethereum first? Or did you lose both?
So the Ethereum assets all got turned into Ethereum and then sent to one account. And then everything on Polygon got turned into Matic and sent to one account. And they were different accounts.
So the stuff on Matic, when did that, was that at the same time, before or after the Ether scan or the Ethereum stuff?
Seemed to be after. Only a few minutes.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say, I wonder if HEXcrypto, I don't know if you want to share your public address with me. I wouldn't mind just, taking a look and seeing, doing an after.
I mean, I don't know merch. I really think that I don't know merch, and I gave it to him, and that I guess I at this point this address is dead to me. This address, I don't even know if I want to even exchange funds out of this wallet and all that. Like, I'm really kind of.
You don't want to interact with this wallet for now. Just allow verbally merch to share information with Profex. That'll be enough.
Yeah, merch don't.
Profex, I'll DM you.
Yeah. Piece of advice, man. Just let Profex poke around with your address. He's a trusted community member, so.
Hey guys, I have another thought. So it almost sounds like if your assets both on Polygon and on Ethereum are gone, it might not necessarily be a smart contract that you interacted with, because if you approve a smart contract, it would only work for that specific approval. So let's say you approved it on Ethereum, it would only be able to take your Ethereum funds. So they had to somehow get your seed phrase. So that could be from putting it in the Trezor wallet that you bought from Amazon.
I still doubt this. I think a keylogger is more of an option, but he said that he went through the encrypted method to put it to migrate it into the hardware device. I'm less prone to jump to the idea that it's a hardware wallet reverse engineering attack. That's going to be the last place we go. There's so many other opportunities right now, gaping holes in this whole story, that we can find out if we give Profex the public address to go hunt. I can guarantee you we're going to find something more about this. It is fishy, though, that it happened across two different networks. But keep in mind that the Matic network it's a product of the same public address, would appear both on Matic or Polygon network and on Ethereum. So there is that.
The dude that said that everything had to be transferred into Ethereum, and that's how, because it was an Ethereum contract, and so everything got summed up somehow to some money, more money than I had in there, and they had to send it that way, and they sent it over to the Polygon network. I don't know how to explain it, but with the profile picture, then symbol. It was like a lot of money, and then profile picture, and then the ETH, and then fuck.
All right. HEXcrypto, just give Profex a few minutes to digest, and then we'll get back to you. But in the meantime, don't touch that wallet.
One last thought. So HEXcrypto, I heard you yesterday on the call. I think you said you had Hex on Polygon, and then that you wanted to bridge it over to Ethereum. So somehow, did you in fact bridge it over from Polygon to Ethereum?
That did successfully occur.
Okay, so are you able to check the Hex contract on Polygon? Because that's obviously not an official contract.
It's been used before, though, the Polygon Hex. I'm wondering, did he try to attach his wallet back into MetaMask, his treasure to MetaMask? I don't think he got that far. So I don't think his treasure found his MetaMask.
Another issue.
It was the same MetaMask. He was trying to put it back into the same MetaMask.
And also the bridge that you used, you would have had to essentially connect your wallet from Polygon and Ethereum. So that could also be a potential exploit.
Bros.
Yeah.
It's unlikely that he connected up his hardware wallet because he wouldn't have had any front end of MetaMask to make the connection.
So then how did he transfer his funds?
He must have used MetaMask in the raw because it was still running the same seed phrase. And it happened before the migration, I believe.
But he said he did
That's
view
correct.
it in Treasure Suite. He did view it for a second in Treasure Suite.
The bridging was done before the migration.
He would still have had to connect his MetaMask to the bridge.
Correct. It happened before the migration, though.
Wouldn't I have to because it was like I literally logged in, or I turned on my computer and then was watching your video, right? Plugged it in, started following along, like, like, cool, man, this guy, and what you call it? It was like a core interaction of like the dashboard displaying like all the coins I had and numbers and stuff, and then like the overall interaction with it. Like as soon as I got done with the 12th phrase, the 12th seed, that's when the dashboard, I got prompted to the dashboard and I could see everything, and I was like, okay, cool. It looked like it was loading. It looked like everything was loading in or something. I saw on the dashboard like it was like, barely registering.
Yeah. It was doing a discovery of all the assets by scraping the blockchain to figure out what was in the wallet. It is possible that you saw a bit of historical data that appeared first, and then as it was syncing, it got to the now, and you saw some things change. It's possible that you would have been rinsed prior to this.
Papa, one other thing, I know you've fixed it up now, HEXradio, but he had his mobile number displayed within the Telegram, like when a DM was connected. So I don't know if any other DMs or anything previously, but thanks for changing your privacy settings now, H. But I don't know if having access to the mobile numbers since everything was on his mobile might have had any interaction.
Yeah, man. I thought I that like first day of trying to hide my number, and I didn't know when I added somebody as a contact that they would still be able to see my number, and I had to delete it was you, and because you just told me, and I was like, all right, let me really look at what he's really talking about, and I had to delete Tam on there.
Because there has been some scam TAMs. So you've just mentioned you interacted with TAM, and like the actual community member is amazing, but there's some scam accounts out there pretending to be her.
Yeah, I was actually on the line. I was on the line when Tam was interacting with him. She actually DM'd him. He got the DM. She sent me the same exact DM right after. But I know that, Merch, you did mention another bridge
So I don't know, maybe he led with your message and not Tam's. So maybe we should make that clear.
Yeah. Tam and I suggested the same bridge. Hers was just a documented version rather than the verbally spoken one that I suggested.
I don't know. It like
What it
popped in
sounds
me
like.
a picture, and like I don't know. Like it didn't load for me. Maybe I don't know.
What it sounds like though is either they captured your seed somehow, or you interacted with a site that connects to both chains. That would be the only way.
All right, let's let PulseX do his investigation. He's very quick at it, I'm sure. PulseX, do you have the good stuff that you need?
I mean, I'm still looking. There's, 2 chains to deal with and all that stuff. But so let me ask you, when did you get into crypto? I guess, like, when did you first fund the accounts, and how did you fund them?
Through MetaMask, and I've been keeping my eye on crypto for a while. Whenever I heard Bitcoin hitting $1,000 or something real early on, because my friends told me about Bitcoin in 2010, and sorry to say coin, god dang it. Yeah, so I've been, after that kind of move, and seeing all this thing arise, I did, the BS meme stuff, and then I kind of really understood, understand some things where like you really have to know the market and know that you're not buying at the top, and like you can't just first day knowing about this crap and then boom try to make a purchase, and then like at the end of the day that purchase might be half or less or whatever. So you really have to understand where the market's going, and not like necessarily timing and all that, but yeah. So I wanted to, like, 2 weeks ago, I just like told myself like I really want to get into day trading. Like I'm kind of tired of working or putting my time in for money, and I was like I think I could really do this thing, and so I've been wanting to do that because I heard that it was 24/7, and I don't know. I heard I watched a YouTube video on like I don't know. I saw an ad because I was watching something else of how to do stuff, and it was I'm trying to say a name, but Pinex has like bots and stuff. I was like, wow, that's so cool. It'd be awesome right now, less stress or whatever. But started doing that and tampering, and then realizing that I don't have access to coins, all the coins out there that I really want to just see and understand and like be involved in this. But yeah, so I've been watching for a while.
What network did you first interact with? Was it Binance? Was it Polygon? Was it Ethereum?
It was brand new Ethereum. But I just want to say this real quick. What better way? Because I just thought, like, since they had to formulate somehow, because I'm watching it, and they had to formulate somehow Ethereum over the Polygon network, to, I guess maybe cover their tracks, since it would be like Polygon's code, so Ethereum.
All right. Don't go down that rabbit hole. Just relax and stay on the surface. PulseX, I got your DM. I also DM'd you back. Just answer the questions directly that are given to you by PulseX, please, HEXcrypto. Let's not expand on them and start thinking about doing any sleuthing
I
or
am, and
Sherlock stuff.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I am, and that's how they sent it. They sent it over, like, everything. When Merch was telling me that he's like, it's all gone, mate, and he was telling me it was over the Polygon network. It was because I was seeing it. I had clicked like, cause everything was 0, and so I'm clicking between different main nets and trying to find that one that has my stuff. And I'm like thinking and what if it's somewhere else and something just happened, and then boom, I click on the Matic mainnet. That's what it's called. And it's like over 3 grand. Damn, I'm not trying to say any money, but so I was like, damn, how everything just gets swarmed up into that? Like, what? I didn't even understand, because I didn't get no notification. I didn't get no anything. Like, I just clicked on it, and then bam, this is when everything started happening.
Right. How did you fund your account? He asked, like through Coinbase or through Binance. How did you get money into crypto?
Crypto.com was the first
Oh,
one.
okay.
That's why I hate it. Yeah.
So when did you when's the first time that you interacted with you said crypto.com? I thought you said MetaMask before is how you funded it. And
Well,
then
I didn't like crypto.com because I couldn't get my money into crypto. Like, I could buy it, right? But I couldn't exchange it. I couldn't move it around. I couldn't do like what I wanted to do, because they didn't have the like what a trust wallet has on the third button to the right, where you could go to Pancake Swap and all that. They didn't have that yet, and they didn't have a way for me to put my money into crypto. So that kind of like really just, that's why I wasn't really heavily involved, early on. But I did want to hold and hodl, I don't know. That's it just me.
Okay. So when did you tried it with crypto.com, and then you couldn't get the coins you wanted. So then did you transfer from crypto.com into your MetaMask, or did you fund it? How did you fund MetaMask wallet?
I did not fund it, because I went to go transfer some USDT that I had in there, and they were trying to charge me like $25 on $100, and I was just like, fuck that, man. I'd rather just keep it in here in case some, whatever. But like, I'll figure something out to get it out where it's not going to charge me so much. So I just left it in there. I mean, I got other crap in there. I'm not trying to say another coin, but like, it was simple as that. They tried to charge me like $25, and I just thought that was like, unacceptable. So I didn't do it. But where I found about MetaMask, I don't know, man. I like those rabbit holes, man. They're leading me to the right ways, and I came stumbling upon MetaMask. I guess YouTubing, researching, Google, and like with just YouTube, like, I'm very picky on who I listen to, and try to be relatable. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you can't just throw me off like you're trying to throw me a curveball, and you know what I mean? Like, I just really, YouTube really kind of helped out a lot. And then paying attention to, what these millionaires and billionaires do. And, you know what I mean? Like, and so I'm just like, man, that's not me. That's not me, or
All
whatever
right,
they're doing.
It's crypto. I think we have enough of the details. From now on, we're just going to give you some yes/no questions. All right. So
Buddy.
focusing in on what happened, all we need you to do is say yes or no. We've got enough of the flavor.
Okay.
PulseX, are you finding anything right now?
I mean, as Merch mentioned, there's the one token approval that was on. So there's a token approval on the 22nd. That is, well, it's only unverified though. It's not really that. Yeah, it's unverified, and you can't look at the code. So there's that.
I'm curious about at what point he received something that went by the name of Pulse.
Yeah, so he ended up with a token approval on the 24th. Okay, so this is just a few hours ago. There's a token approval with a wrapped Luna token. This starts off the chain, kind of. Then 4 minutes later, there's a token approval with HEX. Then 5 minutes later, there's a token approval with Reditto, or yeah.
They're all swapped to ETH, though, aren't they, ProFex? That's the actual attack happening, where all the swaps are being made into ETH to then be sent off to the other.
I'm looking at it right now. It says swap exact ETH for tokens, and they got my TPLS. Yeah, like that shit. The fake shit. I mean, they transfer all of that to that. But that
stop. HCrypto. Yes, no questions out of you. TPLS is not on the same network. Just relax. Please continue.
Can I ask
go ahead.
HCrypto, yes, no. What transaction of funds did you do to get into this wallet? Was it Ethereum or a different asset?
Ethereum through Transact. They are my only supply to card to crypto.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
So you sent Ethereum to this wallet to get everything started. That was your very first point of call to get this wallet all funded.
Yeah. I believe so. I'm trying to think really hard.
ProFex, have you looked at the contract or the wallet address that Ethereum has come from for the first transaction?
It does look like it's a just like a wallet or an address that gets used a lot. I'm trying to figure out if it has any comments on it. It kind of would
because that shit fake.
Like a transact or some kind of like an onboarding maybe. But yeah,
I'm sorry to interrupt. The stuff that they swap for specifically, that shit's fake, right? Like, no way in hell that shit is like valuable because it's not even out. Like, no way in hell, bro.
So, hey, have you used the did you use the testnet at all, or when did you get into this to the Pulsechain?
I got onto Pulsechain this year, maybe like last Friday. Maybe I think it was Friday. Thursday or Friday. I saw a YouTube video of some guy covering it. And he covered a lot of other stuff, but this drew my attention and I was intrigued, and like I went digging, I went digging, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I just need to know I just want to double check kind of the dates of timelines of when what happened first and whatnot.
I got the Pulsechain testnet. I got the Pulsechain testnet, and then I got Pulsechain testnet 2B. I don't know if I'm allowed to say testnet and mainnet on the chat, but yeah.
Hey,
those are
Hey, HCrypto, one thing nobody ever asked you yet. Do you have any roommates or friends that are good with crypto that came over to your house or possibly could have gotten access to your seed phrase?
No. No way, Jose. Nope. Like I had a piece of paper. Like, no.
Okay, that rules that out then.
They're not
hey,
like.
Is this a seed phrase you made on MetaMask? Or the hardware wallet?
Is the seed
Hello,
phrase
you're
from?
late to the game. Just hold on. He was doing migration, which means he's only ever had one 12-word seed phrase, and it started in MetaMask.
I was gonna say, where did you download MetaMask from?
MetaMask website. I mean, not ruling it out if it was fake.
How long ago did you download MetaMask? It would have been months, right?
As the no, I had MetaMask only on my phone like forever, and then
So
I was
then
like,
hold on a second. Hold on a
So
second.
he had to
This
migrate
is
it
a
into
good
the
point.
computer.
Yeah, hold on. That's a great point. HCrypto, you did type it into your PC at one point. If it started on your phone, you typed it into your keyboard. A keylogger or a counterfeit MetaMask are two other attack vectors now.
yeah, I had no problem on the phone for years, and
I
I
didn't
think
I didn't say anything. I didn't say anything about the phone.
When
Yeah.
did
You
you
actually
install
you
it
have
on
it
your
running on your
PC?
PC, it's on your PC and it's on your phone simultaneously, which means one of them you entered your seeds into on a keyboard. And I'm betting that it was your PC.
When did you install MetaMask on your PC? Like 2 days ago?
Yeah, I installed the shortcut, the extension, and I've been clicking on that. And
When
What's
did you
that?
install
When
it?
did you install it?
like Friday night or recently, maybe like last week, like very, very, very recently.
And you have
And to
no
access the
interaction prior to that.
assets from your phone, did you to access the same assets from your phone, did you enter your seed phrases into the computer?
Yeah, I believe so. I did, because I needed to, do the second option of recovering. I like what I did was I think I did that, and then I talked to Papa about, hey man, when I right click and uh copy and paste my address, it's giving me a different address. Like I don't know what's going on there.
You remember that,
I
Papa?
said this an hour and a half ago. I told you guys this.
It's malware, and I go, okay, and I did delete it. I did delete it. I did, like he told me to delete it, and
At that point, it was too late. You already had put your seed phrase into the malicious
Yeah.
app, and then so you re-downloaded the new one, the correct one.
yeah, but I didn't have any issues for like 2 weeks, man. I mean, I was
Doesn't matter.
but
Does
as soon as I
not
put the
matter.
treasure, as soon as I plugged in the treasure, that's when shit went to shit. Sorry to cuss,
No,
but
no,
like,
it's a coincidence. It's only a coincidence. We're finding all sorts of holes
maybe,
like Swiss cheese in your security posture.
maybe,
We're uncovering
yeah,
more and more.
We're not
when I was
we're not going to be
my
able to get to
treasure.
we're not going to get to an accurate bottom of the story because there's just too many security breaches, right? And breaks in protocol that you should be doing. What you need to do going forward is you need to uninstall MetaMask on your phone. You need to format that computer, right? And basically throw it away, right? You can reinstall Windows if you want, but you got to make sure that you format that machine fully. And you can't really bring any, you shouldn't be bringing any of the programs with you, right? If you can back up the photos, right? Maybe, to a USB device or something like that, do that carefully. But otherwise, that computer needs to go. You need to restart with that computer, or, better yet, just get another computer dedicated to crypto, right? And then the hardware wallet, I would just, I wouldn't trust that either, just in case. Although I think maybe the hardware wallet's fine. the paper is folded in 3 that you were asking about before, right? The first page basically has the question for passphrase, I believe. Hold on. Yeah, it says your personal recovery seed, and then it says device label, and then when you flip the page open, it says a bunch of text, and at the bottom it says device pin optional, and it's got a warning on the other flap you got to open up. When you open that up, then you have the 24 slots for your words, basically. So that, yeah, the Trezor is the least suspect out of all the things, you know, that went on here, I would say. But because you got it off Amazon, I would still not use that device. So yeah, what I would do is I would get a laptop dedicated to crypto. I would order the Trezor devices, you know, directly from Trezor.io, and get rid of the one that you have now, or go with Ledger, right? Just so you don't confuse the devices, right? If you're not going to throw that one out for whatever reason. You know,
Profex,
give that one to somebody you don't like. I don't
stop there. Profex, no. Flag on the field. Given what we've gone through and this gentleman's ability to articulate what he's gone through, don't direct him to Ledger, please. For the love of God, don't.
So just get rid of that Trezor device that you bought off of Amazon. Return it if you can, and return it and just say that you got hacked, whatever it is. You don't trust the device, you know. Hopefully they'll take it, and then go directly to the manufacturer and you know, get a new hardware device. So new hardware device, and then throw away those seeds. Don't use those seeds again because they're useless to you. Generate a brand new. I don't want you interacting with crypto until you get this Trezor device, and until you get your 24-word seed word generated on the device itself. Right, that's the one I want you to use. I don't want you touch the old addresses whatsoever. I don't even want you cleaning up the $16 of SHIB or whatever it is, even if it goes to, you know, $100 or $1,000, you know, magically in like 2 years or something like that. I would be very careful about, you know, moving that stuff off. So get a new laptop, get the hardware devices, and then just start from scratch.
I thought he had a stake, $100 hex stake.
1/2% of his holdings that were rinsed. It's minimal.
Let it go. All right.
The gas to end stake that one will probably be worth more than the stake itself, to be honest.
That's just 5 years.
I'm kind of confused on how they were able to take more money, or like supposedly they had the $ next to it, but how they were able to take more money than I had in there. It was very weird.
They may have seeded the account with more Ethereum to get gas to be able to rinse the rest if they miscalculated the amount of ETH that you had. That's all. Do we see any inbound transactions into the wallet at all? Merch?
Not before the attack, like not before everything was moved out. There is one from 2 days ago, but otherwise everything else, like from when everything was moved this morning, or when you say the attack was occurring 5 hours ago, there was nothing at that point in time. But there was one sort of nearly 48 hours before that of an Ethereum transaction in.
Yeah, that makes sense. HEXcrypto. I think that your head scratcher that you're seeing is probably just the syncing of everything through the manufacturer's front end. It was just syncing. I think you saw some weird stuff happening, and I don't think it happened the way you saw it. So don't fret over that, please.
Have you seen something when you're integrating a wallet, you know? And
no, No. It's not integrating a wallet. It's connecting up with the manufacturer's front end and connecting it up with the hardware wallet, and it syncs. When it's syncing, you may see some strange numbers until it settles down. That's what I think happened. So don't worry about that part.
I was just curious. Do you see any transactions with the same block number?
For which one?
Any transactions that has the same exact block number? Maybe 2 transactions in a row have the same exact block number.
There's one, yes.
Okay, that means there could be a bot that's a bot moving in the transaction when you have the same block height.
Yeah, well, that one was for the staking of the hex.
I contacted Treasure, the support team, and I'm trying to verify if it's a genuine one. Stay tuned.
It's a waste of time. It could be a genuine SKU, it could be a genuine part number, it could have stayed on a shelf in an Amazon warehouse, it could have been taken by an attacker, fiddled with, and returned to site.
Here, I want to say something right quick. Because this is not just you. I had a friend also, and some other people messaged me about this. I don't know why you guys are skeptical of going to the manufacturer directly. Amazon, all these other places, even though Amazon says that they're authorized, whatever, just because you're a Prime member, all of that does not matter. You go to the manufacturer, you can't be safer than that.
Yeah, he just didn't want to interact with a Euro transaction, and he suddenly defaulted to going to Amazon. It was a foolish move, to be sure.
And
real
others
quick,
have been making them.
real quick, guys. So I just happened to have, as this was going on, and I know that the Trezor is probably not the issue, but for my business, I ordered a new Trezor. I already have a Trezor for my personal account, and I just want to real quick go through exactly what the packaging looks like in case there's any other new people in this chat. So, and again, I just ordered this last week from Trezor.io, the official manufacturer's website. But the packaging comes, it's completely plastic sealed. It's got the Trezor logo on the front, and there's no the front of the box is you can't open it from that side. You have a top and a bottom that actually shows that, or has the sorry, I'm tripping up over my words here, but it's got a top and a bottom that has the glued packaging. Okay, so there's 2 ways to get into it. You pretty much do have to destroy the box to be able to get into it. Once you get into it, there will be 4 stickers. Okay, and then you have a getting started little pamphlet that is a bifolded small pamphlet, 2-sided paper. Then you have 2 of what PulseX said earlier, your personal recovery seed, and that is folded in 3. And I won't go through what that says because PulseX already stated that. And then you also have a small lanyard, about 6 inches in length. You have a 6-inch cable to connect the Trezor wallet. And then you have the Trezor wallet, which is packaged in foam. So I just want to go through that real quick. And I did miss too, on the front, on the top and bottom where the package is glued. Again, there's only 2 places where it's, you can kind of get into, like it's folded in, except it's glued. You have the actual silver strip underneath the plastic over those 2 areas. So you have two little silver tapes.
Tamper resistant labels, yeah.
resistant, right? So that is the complete package. And since everybody was talking about this, I've got this extra one that I'm connecting for a second account. Going to do that tomorrow, but I wanted to just go ahead and open that package in case there's any other new people in the community and are concerned. The main thing is, like Papa Boner and everybody's saying, if you order it from the manufacturer's website, you should have, and it looks exactly like what I just said, you will have no issues. So, don't hear this conversation and get concerned or freaked out. Like, just follow the steps that these guys are saying.
Didn't get the wristband in the package. I did not get the wristband in the package. I also got 4 stickers that say treasure and have the logo, circle, square, rectangle, stickers, and then the 4th one is love with Bitcoin. Sorry, say another.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah. So I didn't get the handle, man. That's what threw me off, because I saw that Papa had the handle in the video, and I was like, man, it just slipped me, dude. And I was just like, I guess they didn't send me the handle, or the lace, and yeah, like I really think this treasure was it, man. This thing.
I'm sure it wasn't, but it could be. Let's say that it was. It wasn't the only way that you got rinsed. We got like 7 or 8 possible ways that you fucked up. So I'm telling you now, you can contact Trezor. You can say you have reason to believe you have a counterfeit device. You got it from Amazon. You want some help. They may give you a replacement because they've got a lot to lose if it's ever proven that is exactly what happened. But it's $80 recovery against $3,000 of crypto that you lost. We're more concentrating on the crypto you lost.
Yeah,
like this goes out to the community of crypto to look out for.
Just return it to Amazon, man. Like, honestly, Amazon takes anything back, dude. Like, if you don't even go through the third
It was
party,
$85. It was $85. This device, I'm 1,000,000% certain is not genuine. So as soon as I get the email from Treasure, I will put it in the chat, screenshot it, and I will put it in the chat. I'm 1,000,000% certain, because the well-established
all right. So let's say, okay, fine. That's not my point. My point is, let's say that you do have a confirmation from the manufacturer that it's not legit. It just goes to show that you decided, from convenience sake, to forego the relationship, the chain of custody that you could have shared with the manufacturer. You decided to do it that way, and you got something that was not legit. So we'd love to see that confirmation from the manufacturer. But even if you don't get it, the process was not obeyed to the T, right? It was not correct.
Right. Yeah. Me going through Amazon was my own fault, but they were able to altercate or change. They were able to get into this device and do a lot of crap. So this is bigger.
You don't know that. You don't know that yet. Just stay tuned for getting the confirmation from the manufacturer. Then we'll discuss. But don't jump to conclusions. Space aliens did not jump into your presence. You don't know.
You're right. It's against the law if it's not truthful. You're right. You're 100% right.
But even if it was right, again, you don't have grounds for complaint with the manufacturer if the supply chain was not maintained. If the chain of custody was broken, anything, the evidence is tainted.
It could have been some rogue employee at Amazon to swap out a legitimate for an illegitimate one to send it to you on purpose.
Of course, there's so many options, but most importantly, think about legitimate employees being coerced to simply replace units that have been adulterated over a lot of time. You have all that opportunity as a bad player. You tell this employee you could make $500 extra if you just take them off the shelf and replace them with the ones I give you. All that opportunity.
Well, I mean, the good thing, you're right. The good thing about living in the 21st century is we have cameras. So I'm going to get on board with Treasure, and I'm going to get on board with Amazon and backtrack when this package was shipped, because they have to scan it. They have to they have to, send it throughout their system. So,
Hey, it's
Yeah,
crypto.
yeah, but it doesn't lead you to getting your crypto back. That's the point. So that'll be hundreds of dollars worth of your time spent
it gets me
being
who the
doctor,
criminals are.
whatever.
It gets me exact. I have two stops to make. I have Amazon to go to, and I have Treasure. I'm pretty sure Treasure isn't. Yeah, like this is a legit. Key fob thing. This is so legit. Okay, so I don't think it was genuine from them, right? And then whenever they sent it out to Amazon,
Yeah, but
and then
yeah,
Amazon
but
did
you
their
didn't
thing,
you
that's
didn't
just
report
Amazon.
that you did not report that when you noticed it. And so now time has passed and the key fob not being in there is neither here nor there now.
I haven't checked the Trezor website in a really long time, but isn't there a way to verify either the firmware or the actual hardware through Trezor Suite somehow to know it's authentic?
Yeah, again, authentication of the device, even with a reverse engineering attack, is possible. So on it
These dudes
again, I think
aren't-
we're going down the wrong path. The wrong path.
What are you talking about? I literally have maybe 10 hands. Literally have
There's
10
too
hands to.
many. All of this has occurred prior to the hardware wallet migration. You have made yourself vulnerable, and we're very sorry that you have been subject to this attack, but it has not been due to the Trezor.
I would say the computer
96.
malware and
know it's
the
not.
seeds being typed in
I'm
was
not
probably
blaming.
more.
I know,
I
but
just
it
want
sounds like you're trying to argue.
landmines everywhere.
Yeah, it sounds like you're trying to argue that Amazon is right, or they came from them and they have to investigate it. You're gonna spend time, like Papa said, your hard-earned time that you could be getting another hardware wallet and doing that. Now, getting your money back from them, that can be a little quicker process than doing what you're trying to do. Next time, so it's, if you're looking for convenience, find something else. But this is for security, and I don't think convenience and security goes together.
Yeah, and I think Papa Boner and Profex had the best take. Get a new Trezor, get a dedicated crypto laptop. Don't touch any crypto until you get that, and then during that time while you're waiting to get that stuff, if you order it, whatever, educate yourself on the best practices for security, because these guys, and I'm a noob HEXcrypto myself, right? But these guys in here are constantly dropping knowledge as far as what the best practices are, and so you will have time over the next coming days to educate yourself. And I mean, dude, I know it sucks to lose that money, but don't waste your time trying to fight, get this back or fight this or fight that. I mean, just, hey, take it on the chin and focus on the fact that launch is still coming. You're still early. If you get it right, and this time, and you don't make the same mistake twice, you're going to still be good, dude. Like, you will be okay as long as you get it right this time.
Yeah, sorry guys, my phone died. Thank you for the encouragement, dude. My phone died. I'm gonna do what that one guy said. I'm going to tomorrow go get a laptop and order directly from Treasurer and speed up the process on that. And yeah, and get a new phone altogether.
Don't use your phone for crypto, man, at all.
Yeah.
I think thought a hardware wallet was for protecting your MetaMask in the beginning with all the talk about security. I think you maybe thought, oh, I'm going to protect my MetaMask and get a hardware wallet and put it in there. When that's not what it's for.
Hey, Beast Mode, his hand raised. Go ahead.
You smoking, Mellow?
No.
Oh, okay.
Hello?
He's just mellow.
Yeah, we hear you.
In regards to the Trezor packaging.
I'll call tomorrow, man. Let me get to bed. I appreciate everybody's help. I appreciate all the advice that I got. It was on point. I felt really comfortable with each and every points that everybody made. Moving forward, I guess, I'm on the Papa train, dude. Security. Did we put our seed phrase anywhere? No, we do not. We do not. Good night, guys. I'll holler at y'all tomorrow or something. Thank you very much.
All right, good night. Be well.
Hey,
Take
Papa.
care, H.
I watched your video twice and hooked up a hardware
Hey,
wallet.
Iceman, 1 second. There was a question ahead of you.
From 2 hours
He had
ago?
his hands raised. Yeah. Hold on? Were you waiting for 2 hours? Go ahead then.
No, it's fine. Go ahead.
No. If you were waiting for 2 hours, I didn't know. Go ahead.
Anyways, I watched the video twice and hooked up my hardware wallet, and it works through Ledger Live, but I cannot buy or sell or conduct transactions through the empty MetaMask that I created after I migrated from the previous MetaMask to my hardware wallet.
Okay, so two things. The first thing, I think I know the answer. You've already watched the video, so you uninstalled and reinstalled MetaMask and created a brand new dummy wallet with a 12-word seed phrase that was brand new, correct?
Yes.
All right, next, with Ledger Live open, but not using Ledger Live, did you click the big round button at the top of MetaMask interface, select Connect Hardware Wallet, and go through the connection process?
Yes, I did that, and I also enabled the blind signing.
Okay, so what is it next that you're trying to do? Are you trying to interact with the DEX and connect up that MetaMask that now says Ledger 1 at the top?
It doesn't say Ledger 1. It said, because I've got multiple Ledger wallets on that ledger, but it says
Okay, well then there you go. Then there's another thing that you didn't follow, and that is that we recommend that you only have one Ledger account for the one that you're actually interacting with at a time. Now, Ty might argue this point with me, but if you're having a problem, conducting a transaction, I would remove all other Trezor or Ledger related accounts and just keep the one that you're intending to interact with.
When you say remove, where am I supposed to put them?
No, you take them off of MetaMask. They still exist. They exist on your hardware device, but please bring them up to the top of your MetaMask and active, and then click the three black dots underneath the big round button at the top. Click the three black dots and then scroll down to remove account. and go about removing each one of the ones that you're not interacting with. It's not for passive monitoring of your accounts. It can lead to conflicts that will be frustrating to you.
Every time I hook up my ledger, I need to click the three dots and remove the other ledger accounts from the MetaMask.
I would do that at the end of use of any hardware devices that you have connected. And when you're done using them, go ahead and clean shop.
Well,
Click the three block dots and remove the account when you're done for the day.
The coin that I'm attempting to interact with through Pancake Swap, and then also I tried through Uniswap for an Ethereum ERC20, they're on the hardware wallet.
That's correct. What's your point?
My point is that if I remove them from the MetaMask application by using the three dots at the top, then I can't interact with are you saying that I just remove the other wallets but not the one that I'm actually using?
That's correct.
Before I interact with the wallet that I'm using? If that makes
That's
any
correct.
sense.
So, like, for example, if I want to interact with, you should only ever have reflected on the top an account that's called Ledger 1. If you have Ledger 2, unless it's on the same hardware device, you've got two separate public addresses that you need to have open. Remove them. The next full connection, start to finish, the actual physical connection of the hardware device, will ask you to share the public address. Go through all that rigmarole. It should still only have Ledger 1 at the top of the screen as the account name. If you do that, you'll never screw up and you won't be very frustrated because of a conflict.
Well, I'll try that, and if it doesn't work, I'll get back to you. The other
Yeah,
night
try it now. Try it now. Let's find
Yeah.
out. I mean,
I was
try
gonna
it, and
say,
while we're
turn
still
off
all
Ledger
here in the
Live.
chat, then come back if you have a problem.
Turn off
Okay.
Ledger Live. You don't even need it on, and then disconnect all your stuff, and then put in your ledger, and you're gonna see account 1, and then the next one will be ledger. Make sure you highlight that. Click on ledger. But I don't even have to turn on Ledger Live when I use my ledger.
Right. You may not need to do that anymore at all. So, but I don't think the conflict is there. I think the conflict is because he's got different ledger accounts visible.
How
And
did he get
sometimes
them on so
MetaMask
fast?
gets buggy.
It's crazy. It's crazy. How many did he put in there already? It's amazing.
Okay, and people do that. People do that. They think that they can collect them and then passively monitor all their accounts. But that's not what
Right.
MetaMask is there for.
I thought he just put it in just now. But anyway.
So I clicked the three dots, and how do I remove the accounts again?
Three dots, and the lowest option, the one lowest on the list, is remove account.
Okay, and it's only going to remove it from MetaMask, not from the ledger. Is that right?
That's correct.
Okay. Okay. All right. Thanks.
Every time you connect again, you'll get the option to select that account, and you'll always get it to come up. The problem is, I want you to get through into the mindset of every time I connect up my hardware wallet, I'm going to only see that one account visible on MetaMask to interact with. When I'm done, I remove that account, clean house, and move on and lock MetaMask.
When I hook it up, it's displaying all 6 of my accounts. And you said remove it after I'm done using it, but a minute ago I could have sworn you said remove it before I use the one I'm trying to interact with. Remove the other
All
5.
6 of your account. Wait, all 6 of your accounts. Do all 6 of those accounts reside on the same hardware wallet or multiple hardware wallets?
Same hardware wallet.
All right. In that case, there shouldn't be a conflict, but go ahead and remove all the accounts except for the one, all the addresses, all the it says account of Trezor 1, or sorry, Ledger 1, Ledger 2, Ledger 3, all the way through Ledger 6. Remove all the ones that are not the one that you want to use right now. You can always add them by pressing the add account option, or do a fresh connection and select all the Ethereum addresses that are displayed in front of you by checking the boxes, and they will reappear. So don't worry about removing them. It's not going to cause any problems. Just remove them all except for the one that you want to interact with now. Leave account 1, of course. That one has to stay there. Only remove the ones that are titled ledger and then a number.
So you good, the Iceman?
Go ahead. I'm gonna do all this and see if it works. So y'all go and do your thing.
I'm gonna open mine up because I click when I connect my hardware wallet. I go to the top drop down box before I click on all those addresses, and I go to the bottom drop down and I click on that because it says something in there. I'll have to look. It says like leisure, treasure, bit something. But I clicked on that, and then it shows all my addresses because I've got three addresses in one seed phrase. So then I can click all three of them, and then they come up. And then in MetaMask.
Yeah. You're talking about the Ethereum addresses that come up. You get the first 5 on the top page, you select all 3 of them, and then you unlock, and then you have three accounts all under the same seed. I understand.
No. But above that, there's a drop down. You click on. And
No, that's different. That's different. Don't worry about that.
I had to click on it once to see my other accounts in there.
I know, and I was there when we went through that. Please don't get into that.
And there's something else in MetaMask you have to set up too.
Please, HMan. Please, HMan. You're expanding this into other things.
I won't then. I won't.
I have a quick question, Papa. So I've got my Trezor. I created 2 new accounts. One for my personal, one for my business. I've got my personal one all dialed. With Trezor, but my PulseX Sac wallet I have not touched since coming onto this chat and hearing you guys talk about security. And so one thing I'm not clear on is once everything goes live, I obviously want to quickly get that to my secure wallet. What is the best way to migrate that?
Simple send. No. You do your migration now. You migrate that if that's on a seed that's on your MetaMask. And I think we've been through this before. A migration is called for now. Migrate that 12-word seed onto a hardware wallet and then uninstall it, wipe it clean off of the device where it was generated and the seed store file is present. You need to do that now. Later, when and if the airdrop occurs, you will do a simple send over the Pulsechain network to another wallet which is residing on your 24-word seed phrase hardware wallet, be it your personal or business account on that wallet. You do a simple send over the network. It is not a migration. It is a send of the funds to your vault wallet.
Okay. And then after that, never again touch that wallet.
Retain the seeds, but yes, there's no there's no value attached to that wallet, nothing is expected or locked. You put that seed into cold storage and just wait for somebody to announce a potential airdrop that is verified by the community. Then you may want to interact with it again. But until that time, yes, do not use it for anything that you nothing. Don't build on it. Don't start staking on it. Don't time lock things on it. I wouldn't use that wallet for anything but checking up on airdrops in the future.
Yeah, that doesn't work. I'm still getting the failed transactions in Pancake Swap.
All right, do a reboot of your system. I would remove that final account, do a reboot of your system, then and close and lock MetaMask. Upon the reboot of your system, open MetaMask up fresh, type in your password, do a fresh wallet connection, and try again. And he's gone.
I think it's time for like a short, quick bullet point video to go through this security stuff, because I mean, there's simple rules, guys, for this, and it's heartbreaking to hear when you guys come in here and you've been rinsed like this earlier when we were literally listening to it happen real time. That's uncool. So, but there's simple rules to stay safe. So I think it's time for a bullet time video, man. Just not bullet time, bullet points. So you just refer you to that. I know that you have videos for the migration pop-up owner, but maybe like a really short to the point, just run through the do's and don'ts.
Put on your pants after your underwear is already on your body. Do not reverse this and get creative and put the underwear on the outside of your pants. Otherwise, it is not fit for purpose. Here endeth the lesson. You have to bring to this whole crypto thing a modicum of intelligence. Intuition is not enough. You must research the steps on your own, or else we cannot help you. How's that?
That's great, man. I think that's what everyone needed to hear. Just that.
I like to think that the days of people coming to the chat saying that why can't I make a digital copy of my seed phrase are long behind us. We get fewer and fewer people coming in challenging the fact that a hardware wallet is the best way to, you know, utilize and protect your seed phrase, your private keys. There's fewer and fewer of those people coming into chat. I don't want to revert just because of one or two outliers that don't have the sense to do all the basics themselves to go and provide, security remedial class videos. We have to grow from here, not go back.
Yeah, I did not mean that or suggest that we would go backwards by any stretch of the imagination. I just feel like there's some bullet points, some key points that we could just run through of do's and don'ts. And when people have issues with it, it's just like you always refer to your videos as far as when people want to do a migration and so on and so forth. That would probably be a good idea.
I'm overjoyed that you are going to do that video.
I was actually thinking about it because I was actually thinking about doing it, but I'm not the video guy, man. You're the video guy. I mean, I have all the wallets here. I could go through each wallet. I got the metal plates. you know.
See,
And the bullet points.
already you're talking advanced stuff, right?
It's just that what's so frustrating to me is that it's so simple. If you just follow some simple rules, you're not
It
going to
is.
get in trouble, right?
It is. It's not rocket science. It's,
Exactly.
certain things, but look, why are attackers successful? Because they appeal to the sense of urgency or greed or fear. So they know how to push buttons and they know how to find the weakest of our herd. So all we can do is play the numbers game and hopefully educate as many people up to the standard, you can walk on your own unassisted level. But for those that intend to crawl and wallow around on the ground crying, we can't help everyone. And that's a sad fact, and it hurts. But a lot of people that come into this chat having already screwed themselves up and then intend to ask questions or want help cannot do because the blockchain doesn't allow it.
You also
No, I mean,
miss
obviously,
laziness, though. Lazy, you listed some of the reasons, Papa. I mean, everybody's always saying do your own research, and laziness is the biggest way that, I mean, not in just crypto in general, but crime in general. They capitalize on weakness in security, weakness in anything, right? And most of that's just due to laziness and not taking care of making sure that your doors to your car are locked or not leaving your cell phone on the dashboard, right? There's just some simple things, and I think that's probably, it's always low hanging fruit that people go after.
Yeah, thanks for that. Hey, Papa, I'm going into my connecting a hardware wallet right now. Ledger, one of your favorites. Anyway, what it says select HD path. That's the drop down menu I was talking about. That's above all my little.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I know.
So what is bit 44? Is that anything I should?
It's another derivation path method.
Okay.
What we directed you to was the one that says, I think, Ledger Beta or something, right? The next one is a Ledger Beta.
Ledger Live, Legacy, and then bit 44.
Legacy, right? Exactly.
There's three of them. No, I never went to Legacy. I just go to the standard. Mine shows up
Yeah.
every time. But anyway.
Yeah, but for some people, for some reason, they have to actually toggle it back up to the 44.
Okay.
So, yeah, so that's where we run into some problems. Sometimes people just drag it down, not knowing what it is, and they're checking it out, but they actually select the legacy, and then we get them back on the right path. That is one of the things that we go through.
Okay. And what does HD path? HD mean?
It's the derivation path is what it's called. So way by which it connects up the private keys with the set of public addresses on the blockchain.
Okay. There I'm connecting. Look at that. I got some TUSD in there. It worked.
Yay.
Yay. It worked today. But I put the wrong fucking bank. It's the client. I put the bank instead of on my wire. And they rejected it. And I'm like, what? It's confusing. It's like Prime Trust is the client. The bank is Royal. I had that reversed. And if they see that, they kick it back. Stupid wires. But the bank didn't. At least they didn't. Like sometimes if you try to go to Coinbase.
Yeah, no finance 1.0 in this chat.
They'll shut it all down. What's that?
I said no finance 1.0 in this chat.
Okay.
We're on 2.5 in here.
filling, yeah, blank spots out. All righty. Thanks for all your help. Yeah, Papa, I'm in the middle of trying to return my Lenovo. I can't even pronounce the Chinese piece of crap. It's been 2 months. I'm gonna try to send it back to Amazon. One piece of poop. This thing is. The mouse stutters when it goes across the screen. And just now when I fired it up, it's like reboot, press escape to continue booting up. And I'm like, this piece of crap. So I think I'm just gonna throw it in the river if they don't take
I'm
it.
sorry about that.
I know it was like $300. It's just and then I jump on my old Dell. That thing is just quick, boom, 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 bang, unbelievable. It's like 6 years old.
Also has parts made in China, though.
I know. So I gotta get a laptop. I want a desktop though, but they're about $500, right? I don't know if I can afford that.
You can build one.
Did I? All right.
Sure.
With the USB and Linux, but I'm not that far yet. But yeah. But I could just gut my Dell, rebuild that, or just build one. Because I don't want Windows 11.
Don't rebuild your Dell. Just go
Oh.
buy a new one, please.
All right. I'll look into it.
Hey, Papa. I'm
Hey,
having this
Mimi.
problem with my hardware wallet.
Okay. State the
Nah, psych. I followed your
situation.
instructions. I got no problems.
Ah, nice.
Everything been smooth sailing. As much as I want to, I force myself to wait till I get home to get to the laptop before I do any buying or anything. I'll be at work and I'll see things going down. I'm like, no, we can't do it.
Good deal.
I just wanted to slip that in case anybody was listening, because way back in the very beginning, people, before Sacrifice even started, Papa told me all the stuff he says over and over again. I never have more than one account open. I even put in a dummy front with a couple little dust bits in there that don't look like shit. Delete everything when I'm done as soon as I'm done using it. And I haven't had any problem this whole time.
Sweet.
Mr. Head of Security, I have a question for you.
If I am that, then I will answer. How you doing?
I'm doing good, sir. So my question is regarding the Gnosis wallet. It's my understanding that with the Gnosis wallet, you create a separate wallet and then put in the addresses, whatever number of the addresses that is, to confirm a transaction. Now, is that possible with a current wallet address to add other addresses in sync or into that account with the current address that already exists? Or is the only option?
I think you used the term address to both describe an address of an account and also a seed phrase. Is that correct?
I didn't notice that I mixed those two up.
No,
So,
I think you just used the same term to describe two different things. You're talking about Gnosis proper or the smart wallet for Staker
the
app?
Gnosis
Which
Safe.
one are you talking about? Yeah,
The Gnosis Safe.
Gnosis Safe can be multi-sig where you can elect different seed phrases or attached to different wallets to act as signatories to enter into that account. The account being the smart contract backend, which is the actual safe itself. That's, I think, what you're talking about, and whether or not
Right.
you can bolt that on after the fact onto other Gnosis safes. Is that what you're also asking?
No, sir. So I was asking if you could create a Gnosis Safe with an already existing seed phrase or wallet.
Yes, you can. You can elect a current seed phrase to act as a signatory for a brand new Gnosis safe. The same seed can be signatory to unlock another unique Gnosis safe as well, and so on and so on. So what you should
That's
do,
beautiful.
though, what you should do
Okay.
is elect a number of wallets to act as a 2 out of 3 or 3 out of 5 multi-sig unlocking mechanism. That's available through the latest rev of Gnosis Safe. That's good security.
Certainly, and I see it as an addition to a wallet, a MetaMask wallet that already created the seed phrase online. I'd already migrated that to a hardware wallet. I was just wondering
Don't
if
use that one. Don't use that one as a signatory. Make sure that your signatories are rock solid, clean, 24-word seed phrases that have been generated from hardware wallets, not a migrated wallet, please.
I'll take that into account. I'm going to do it. Thank you.
Hex on sale, Hex on sale, get your Hex on sale.
I can't. I have to wait till I get home.
It'll still be down there when you get home. How many more hours?
6. I do 12s.
Yeah, it'll still be rock bottom prices the minute you get home.
I know, it's so awesome. I mean, it's not, but it is.
You can also set a limit order in Matcha.
Yeah, I should really learn how to do that one day. I haven't yet.
It's simple. You can set that and then go to work and then just get an alert if your limit order was filled. That way you don't have to interact with anything on the job. You don't even have to pay gas, Amy.
I know, that's what people keep telling me. I just haven't got around to it yet. I'm a procrastinator. That's why, doing nothing is generally always my default.
But there are bimbos out there making fun. I don't know what to do. I wish I had enough money to buy more. That's my problem.
Well, that's part of my thing too, is that I just can't research anymore right now because I'm working all this overtime so I can get more money to buy more of my limited number of things that I want. And I get home and I pretty much pass out.
Well, you're doing your part and creating profit for yourself. So good for you.
I'm gonna try to do a matcha limit order right now. I tried it before, it didn't work. So I'm typing in matcha and it comes up. It shows where I tried it before. And Hex was at 19 cents back when I tried this. So let me see if I can do this.
Remember that you have to account for gas and the margin in the price before it executes. Also, the volume has to be enticing enough to match you up with someone. If you're doing, mice nuts of an order, like a couple $100, it's likely that you won't get filled.
I'm doing 1200 for at 7.5. I'm gonna try it.
That means that the price has to go down to 7.3, 7.2 to be able to be matched.
Okay, right around there. All right. Hold on.
Because Gwei's at 20 right now, right?
I think so. I could look. I mean, I might as well just market order, but I might just try this here.
Try the limit. You might as well try it. Put in a 1 hour limit order. But I would recommend putting it at the spot rate that you see reflected. And that way any dip would then compensate for the gas and the margin. And then you'd probably get filled. That's the way that I do it.
Okay, here's a little button says limit. Yeah, I haven't been on this site, so let me find PAX. Hold on.
Remember, since it's been a while, you may have to do another token approval, right? That will be a little bit of gas.
Right.
Make sure you're on matcha.xyz/markets.
Got it. connecting. Does it usually take about 20 seconds to connect with a Levino?
I don't know what a Levino is.
Lenovo computer.
Doesn't matter about the PC that you're using. It should not take 20 seconds to connect.
It's just
But you're
spinning. See, this is.
Yeah, you've got a very low end laptop anyway that's already giving you problems. I can't vouch for the time it'll take to connect or whether or not the CPU or the RAM is sufficient to do this.
Oh, there we go. I have to press it twice all the time. It's a bunch of crap. I don't like pressing buttons twice.
I don't like you using Chinese laptops to be transacting on Matcha.
The desktop.
Well, here we are.
Okay, hold on. Okay, trade. Choose token. Okay, now what? Hit trade.
Sure.
This is it's a very confusing site for me. What's going on?
Not really.
Okay, unavailable on ETH-based pairs. Use
Yeah,
yeah,
you can't put in a limit because are you trading in ETH for Hex? Because you can't do that on a limit order.
Oh no, TUSD. That's what I need.
I don't know how deep the liquidity pools are going to be for TUSD Hex.
Okay, let me see here. Okay, it showed up. Limit. Oh, there we go. Okay, I got a hex price at 7.9.
Right? So maybe go a little bit lower than that, tiny bit lower, and then go for it. Don't get all greedy and think you can put in 7 or unless you want to wait, but try it for just a 1 hour limit order. Pick your price and see if you get filled.
7.8. Oh, I can just click in this little box here. Just 7.8.
Right? 7.8 would mean that it has to go down to like 7.4, 7.3.
Okay,
And
7.9.
do you think it's going to do that in an hour?
No. I put too many zeros in. Did I put too many zeros in? I forgot how many. So it's 0.79000.
Yeah, that means it's 0.79 flat.
Okay. 4 zeros. Can I put more zeros in? I don't want it.
Listen, in grade school, we learned that anything past the whole number on a decimal is redundant. It doesn't mean anything. So don't put any zeros in there after the last full number.
Oh, okay. Because I don't know, because it's like 9 digits for Bitcoin. It's like 9.
The zeros after the last full digit are redundant. Don't have to put them. Just pick 0.78 or 0.785, and then you don't have to put any additional zeros.
Okay, 84, review limit order. Oh, my ledger timed out. Hold on.
Welcome to Ledger.
Yeah. I gotta redo it all again here now. So I review my limit order, and it says you're connected to an unsupported network. I click on connect MetaMask, and it won't let me go forward. Alrighty. Maybe because it timed out in the middle of this.
Hey, yo, Papa, you still around?
Yeah, man. How you doing?
Hey, doing good. Yourself?
Okay.
I got a little head scratcher, if you don't mind, for a little bit. Maybe get a suggestion from you.
Sure.
Okay, I was running this by the boys earlier. Long story short, my father passed away a couple years ago. He didn't quite keep his shit in order. It was we're talking about an exchange account, finance. Have everything as far as the factors of authenticating his account, as far as email address, username, password, and phone number. And the one missing link is Google Authenticator. His phone got broke. He didn't save his Google backup key near his other hardware wallet, seed phrases, and all that. I've looked all over, can't find it. Even went as far as to trying to gain inheritance of his account through Binance customer support. He learned later that he actually tried to KYC. He had an expired license. The KYC did not go through, and even went as far as to showing them that I'm the rightful heir to, who should have KYC'd, which I have records of in emails. They're saying that there's nothing they could do because nobody KYC'd.
So your efforts should be concentrated on simply getting the Google Authenticator.
Exactly.
All right. Well, do you have access to his Google account?
I've tried digging everywhere to find what Google account if he did use for that, but he was pretty old school Binance, and from some of my research, I've learned that it was kind of different then. I don't know if they were actually even using an account or just the app.
Okay. Well, let's go back to the simplest approach. The phone itself. How did it break?
It got wiped. I don't know. Somebody else mishandled it. I wasn't very close to my father, but yeah.
Okay, so the phone is absolutely dust. It's not in your possession right now?
It is, and there was a backup created. However, it's not the greatest backup. I think I had the full backup, but yeah, I was trying to scan through the code, look for, is there a way I can find it?
No, not for Google Authenticator. Is there a chance that he made some kind of copy, screen grab picture of the QR code, the recovery QR code for a Google Authenticator? Could that have been made?
It's a possibility, but I've scanned through all his iCloud photos and everything. Yeah, I haven't found anything.
How about physical copies? Maybe he printed them out.
Chance to have scoured any documents looking for that 16 little digit recovery code. Yeah.
Okay. Go back to his Gmail. Maybe he has a recovery Gmail. That's associated with the one that you can't get into if you don't have access to it. Because a Google account there's a roundabout way. It's a long process, but
yeah, I've researched that one. Just stop you right there.
Okay, dead end. All right.
Yeah, I jumped into pretty much every one of them, and
Okay.
yeah, it's not active on them.
All right. Any chance that, it's been a while since his phone was active and nobody's been paying the bills. What about his phone number? Is it still active to him, or do you have access to the phone number?
Yeah, we
Could it
still
port
have
that over?
we have the phone number still. Yes.
All right. Is it possible that it wasn't? This is. I'm just trying to go through all the avenues. Some of them are dumber than others, but is it possible that he didn't use Google Authenticator and he used SMS?
Well, according to the Binance site, it's asking for a Google Authenticator code.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty sure it is. Because there is records of Google Authenticator when I look into the backup of the phone.
Do you mind me asking what kind of phone that is?
It was an iPhone 6.
So you should be able, if you have a backup, then you should be able to rebuild your phone. If he backed it up to the cloud.
Yeah, somebody backed it up, and they used a third-party backing up tool, so I'm not sure how credible or useful that backup is. I think I've got a full backup, though, as far as, it's concerned. But, we're talking about rebuilding a phone. You can't... Yeah.
Did you go to the iStore?
He did not have an iCloud account?
Yeah, he had an iCloud. And I have not gone to the iStore.
Is it 6 months or less since he passed?
No, it's much longer than that.
All right, because usually the iCloud data is retained for 6 months, but in your case, it may not have been changed or turned off, so it could still be active. I'd go to the Apple Store and say, all right, I want to buy whatever the lowest end one that you can buy, or whatever their policy is, and bringing in your own, and say, I want to port over this account to this new phone, or I want to buy the lowest end iPhone you have. I want to port it over to that. Can you please make it happen? Here's the old information I've got on this account, and here's the old phone itself.
Yeah, but
You will,
I mean, even re-imaging the phone, you're not going to get Google Authenticator back. You still have to put in that backup code, right?
that's what I think, yes, but
It depends.
oh,
It depends if you put it in or not.
If you put in the backup
You know,
code.
you don't. Yeah, you don't have to, right? That
Okay,
is
that's worth a
definitely
shot.
worth a
And
try.
I haven't read anything about this being a chance, so cool.
It's not supposed to be a chance, but if Thor knows from experience that this is a trick, then that's great. I guess if you specifically selected Google Authenticator as one of the apps that you want to back up, but I don't think that really holds water, because when you get a SIM card swap, Google Authenticator is specifically not supposed to port over easily.
Exactly.
Well, that's
Go ahead, Thor.
no. I mean, that's the. Uh, it depends. Like if you. So I use Authy and Google Authenticator, and every time I get a new phone, so I obviously have a password for mine. But I remember the first time I did it, I didn't, and as soon as I downloaded the app, I was good to go.
Okay, I
That's
don't know
a
if you've
while
had
back
past
though, but
experience. Yeah, with Binance before it was, you know, barring U.S.
no,
customers
I'm
is when
talking
he was signed up.
about getting a new. Yeah, no, I'm talking about when I was getting a new phone, as far as Google Authenticator and Authy is concerned.
And Authy.
So when I got a new, so when I got a new phone, when I used my backup basically to rebuild my phone, so to speak, right?
Mm-hmm.
The first time I did it, I didn't have any passwords. I didn't have anything on those. I do now, but I didn't then. And then as soon as I was good to go. It's
You
worth
mean
a
on the
try, man.
phone?
If anything, yeah, on the phone.
You didn't have passwords on the phone. Okay.
No,
Worth a try.
not on the phone. On Authy and Google Authenticator.
And after you rebuilt your phone, it was still just there, huh?
Yes, exactly.
And it was a brand new phone.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is a while back though. I mean, this is a few years ago, but it's worth a try.
So
for sure.
With Binance, I mean, I guess because it's in the US, maybe, and maybe was it the old account before they had the Binance US. But when I returned to crypto after like a 2.5 year hiatus, I was able just to request a new login, like a new code or whatever it was for Binance, like just through email, right? And then they
did you KYC though?
No, I didn't KYC at all. And I basically, they had my email from 2017 or whatever it was. And I basically just said, I forgot my password, or I knew my password, but I didn't know or I didn't have my Google Authenticator. And so I just said, I can't do the 2-factor. And then they basically waited like 48 hours or something like that, and then sent me, they sent an email saying that they're going to reset it. And then they waited 48 hours and then sent me or cleared it or whatever it was. So I don't know.
Yeah,
So
they're doing something weird now. One sec, let me just touch on that. They're doing something weird now. Like I said, I have the his email, his phone, just not the Google Authenticator factor. And you go in there and you verify the other two, and then you go reset Google Authenticator, and they're going and taking you through account questions, and I beat all those. and then it takes you through to start a KYC. So I've even gone as far as like, yep, nobody's KYC to it. Why don't I just KYC to it? My name's the first and last, same as my dad's anyway. If they're gonna whatever, yeah, and you know, he goes all the way through it, and they basically deny it. And yeah, I've even gone as far as to, like I say, go show proof of heirship, and then they just come out back to say to me that nobody KYC, and they can't. There's nothing they can do.
So real quick, I just checked something here. So Google, you have his Google credentials, right?
Yeah, no, I have. Okay, so his email was not from Google that he had his Binance account with. Okay, and so I looked into Google trying to find that account, and I did find an account of his with Google. And it just, yeah, okay. I know you can reset the two-factor within that and check it and all. No, I have not been able to find that.
But do you have his password for that Google account?
Yeah.
Okay, so if anything, then, and you have yeah, exactly. So rebuild his phone. You have his phone number. Download Google Authenticator, and it looks like doing this, but yeah, it looks like it's connected to my Google account.
You just went ahead and what did it?
Yeah. So if anything, yeah. So if anything, that's what it looks like now. I'm just looking at it. That you sign in, and I guess it was for the Authy. Was that's where you have to put in your own security code. But if you use like Google Authenticator, it looks like. Yeah, exactly. But for Google Authenticator, it looks like it's just your Google account.
Google account.
And it doesn't have to be the same. Like if he used a different, if he didn't use his Gmail or whatever for Binance, that's beside the point. As long as you can just get into Google Authenticator, right, and you have the password for his Google account, you should be able to.
Yeah, but it's not a password. It's not a password when you put it in there. It's like email, and then it's when you get in the Google Authenticator. It's not. It's you put the email right for the username, but it's not a password. It's the 16-digit thing, right?
So that's what. Let's see. 1 second.
Yeah, or setup key as they call it. I'm looking at it now.
Right.
That's what I'm missing.
It's been a couple of years since I got a new phone, so I can't remember what I did last time. But obviously, I do this every time I get a new phone.
Don't you have a setup key written down?
Yeah, but that's just for the different. It's for the different accounts. Obviously, I have the QR codes for all the different accounts associated with it, right? In case something were to happen. Give me 1 second.
How did you back up the QR codes without printing them, may I ask?
Say that again?
Said, how would you have backed up the QR codes without printing them?
I write them down. Well, I don't back up the QR codes. I just write down the
code. Yeah, good.
Yeah. Yeah. That's part of my bullet point video, Papa Boner. No digital copies.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? Either way, I would. I think That's so. Did you say that you already rebuilt his phone? Did you get a new iPhone with the same number and you downloaded all the
No,
apps?
I have not. I was just thinking that was a long shot because I know from my phone and resetting up Google Authenticator, you mean that's a security flaw, right? You just turn over a phone and break into it, making a new one and installing their backup, and not having to to get right through the security. I don't think it's gonna work, but it's worth a shot.
It's definitely worth a shot, man.
Otherwise, the conclusion I came to with talking to the boys earlier, is just follow the legal routes because I've got all the email trails of him from his account. I've got the other account he sent and funded the account to. I've got him trying to KYC, everything. So if you guys know like the proper channels to seek legal action against the unregulated fucking offshore exchange, let me know.
I'm sorry to say that unfortunately I think you're gonna have some issues with Binance in that regard. Let's just
I'm
say
already having them, bro.
yeah, yeah, exactly. I
Already.
know a couple of people that have had some serious issues with Binance.
Yeah, they're fucking scumbags. Excuse my French.
Sorry to hear about your dad, man. Were you guys close?
Thank you, sir. Yeah. Not close enough because I didn't know what he did with this backup. I was kind of busy at the time.
Yeah, it sucks that you're having to go through all this stuff, man. Try to figure it all out.
If there's a substantial amount that he might or might not have on Binance, I would definitely try to do everything I could to.
Oh, absolutely, bro. I'm not gonna give up on this one. It's
Right.
substantial.
Well, in that case, man, just at least get a hold of his iCloud account and get a new iPhone and rebuild it and see what you can do.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna try. I'm starting to think and lean more towards trying to approach Apple or Google with help on this. I don't know if they can do anything.
Yeah, Binance I think is a dead end for you, man.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, just let that be a lesson. And I think they'll try to keep anybody's money they can, honestly.
I've been trying to get into this matcha for the last 20 minutes. And it says it's unsupported network. And then I looked up at my MetaMask and I'm on Pulsechain testnet. I don't think that.
I asked you that, H-Man.
Did you? Shit.
Yes.
Oh, you didn't? Oh, okay. There now
I
I'm on the
did.
again. Oh.
Because it says not the right network, that should tell you pretty obviously that you're probably on testnet.
Oh, okay. Thanks. Yeah, unsupported network, big red. I'm like, do you have to sign up for Matcha? It's like, what? You don't.
No, you
They want you
don't.
to get, yeah, they want you to get their wallet. But it says here, by connecting your wallet,
No.
you agree to the terms of service. Okay, let me try this again.
May I ask with the guy with the Google Authenticator, if you still have the phone number, you might try to recover using Auti.
Recover using what?
Auti, it's an alternative to Google Authenticator. That code is generated to the phone number. So if you still have the phone number, you can try to go in Auti and recover that account. I can send you a short tutorial. I've just searched it on YouTube, on Google, and it refers directly to Binance. So if you send me a private message, I'll reply the link to read that tutorial.
Sure, yeah, thank you. There you go. That was me.
Done.
Thank you, sir. So Authy will recover a Google account like that in the case of Binance?
I'm not entirely sure, but read that tutorial and it should, because is like the BIP39 protocol. It's something interchangeable, I think. I'm not entirely sure, but spend a bit of time on this one because it might work.
Yeah, sounds like it could work. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Yeah, hi, Papa. Got a quick question about the ledger and the treasure. I just heard that that the ledger times out. I have the same issue. If you're doing something and you take too long, the ledger times out, and then you lose your trade, or you have to reset the ledger. Is that the same thing with the treasure? Does it also have a timeout as well, or does it stay on longer than the ledger?
Neither of them are built for people that sit there and drool while they're doing a transaction and don't know what they're doing. So if that's you, then you're going to have the same problem with both. But the timeout is much quicker with the ledger.
Okay. But how quickly is it, you reckon? Like 2 times or 3 times?
I don't know. I've never had a
Okay.
problem
Yeah.
because
Fair enough.
I know what I'm doing. I commit to it. I do the review. It's ample time to do the review. You don't get up and go take a phone call or make a sandwich or use the restroom in between, and you should be fine.
Yeah, okay, that's fair enough. Yeah. Okay, good. Oh, that's fine. And just another question. This is about regarding security on Windows 11. Which antivirus do you recommend?
None.
McAfee or none at all?
None.
So the inbuilt is enough. The inbuilt antivirus in Windows 11.
If you've got a PC that's strictly for crypto, then none.
Yeah.
They're all
Okay.
equally bad as each other. It's the same database, different front
Mhm.
ends. That's all it is.
Right. Okay.
And none of them will protect you from a zero-day attack.
Mhm.
So just understand you got minimum wage analysts through all these different companies sitting
Mhm.
around writing up these different attacks. They're not bonused based on how many attacks they can write up. They
Mhm.
simply pass it on, push it. It's a paper pushing activity, and none of them really have any vested interest in or pride associated with identifying a new threat.
Mhm.
So just don't trust it. It's
Yep.
a silly thing.
Okay. Okay, but then how about say for a normal PC, the one that you do use for the internet? not for crypto, but just a general
Take your
PC.
pick. Take your pick.
Yeah,
They're
so
all the
go this.
same. Take your
Okay,
pick. Just don't use Kaspersky. That's the only one that I would say be careful about, because they've been found to have been sending a feed back to the Russian state. So just be careful.
Yeah. So I'll recommend.
But
copies
honestly,
for the-
it's all bullshit. It's all bullshit.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
And don't use the browsing companion portion of these things. I would use the free version, and just not the browser extension companion.
Okay. Super. Okay, that's fine. Thank you then. Thanks.
Okay, I'm done. Got it. No problem.
Hooray!
Thanks, yeah.
Sure thing. Welcome to the world of limit orders. And by the way, this is also the way you should be taking profits in the future. Set limit orders so that the community can have the opportunity to buy your bags slowly, rather than you dumping on their heads and ruining the price for both yourself and everyone else.
Yeah. There's other options too, but yep, definitely. I'm not taking huge amounts out. No way. Enough for steak dinner in a year. But yeah, I'm used to level 2 trading and limit orders on Ameritrade and all that fun stuff.
Cool. So this kind of mimics that.
Yeah, this work. This is easy. It doesn't matter which one you put in first, HEX or TUSD or whatever you're trading. It looks like at the top, which one's on the top or the bottom. Yeah, well, it worked.
All right, just make sure it does matter. It's what you're trading and what you're getting. It says it quite plainly. You don't want to be trading your HEX for USD, UST or whatever you're using, right?
Yeah, TUSD. Yeah.
Sorry, true USD. Yeah, I got it. Yeah.
So, yep. I'm going to receive so many. Yeah. Okay. I won't have to ask that question again. Thanks.
So dude, I'm gonna send you a DM, okay?
Yeah, dude, go for it.
I think dude only accepts DMs.
Started.
Yeah, it seems like if you have all the stuff that we were talking about earlier, like his credentials for his Google account and so on and so forth, and his phone number and whatnot, and his email, you're pretty much good to go, man. Just give me 1 second.
Dude, saw.
Dude, saw.
Did you hear that before Getter or after Getter? Did you hear his music or not?
Sup.
I heard, yeah, I saw it before I learned about Getter's music, yeah. Dig his
I pride
music
myself
too.
on being there before.
Okay, I sent you that DM.
Thanks, dude. So you turned up something to remedy that with those factors?
Yeah. I just looked through it. So, like I said, if you have all the credentials for his Google account, he's got his phone, you got his email, and you got access to all those things, you just follow those steps, and you should be fine.
Yeah, I think you're you might be coming up with something pretty rudimentary of with reinstating an account or get them to remove Google Authenticator. But like I said, they're doing this weird KYC bullshit now for every account or something, and that's what's blocking me from getting through that normal way. If you haven't KYC'd yet.
I thought the only thing you needed was Google Authenticator to work for you.
Yeah,
You need
but there is also that factor of, you know, it's a non KYC account, and since they've barred U.S. customers and they're making everybody KYC just to know that they're not making, you know, letting U.S. customers in, there's a process I can't get fucking through, even without the Google Authenticator. If I had the Google Authenticator without going through that way, you know, I could get in, right? But going through Binance, if that's what you're sending, like going through Binance, having them try to take it off.
I'm talking about recovering your Google Authenticator.
Just alone.
That's what I just sent you.
Okay, I'll check it out, man. Appreciate you.
Yeah, that's what I said earlier. If you have access to his Google account and you have his email and his phone, you have access to all those things, you're good.
Well, here's the thing. Like, I'm not sure. I'm not sure he had. Yeah, I hear you. I'm not sure he had a Google account he was using to do that. It was weird with how Binance had it set up when it was first launched or whatever. They didn't require you, like I'm saying. I don't think they required you to use a Google account with their authenticator app on the site or something. So, yeah, I've scoured every Google account he has, and it's not registered with Google Authenticator, like kind of thing. So I'm gonna brick wall there, but I'll check it out and definitely trace down whatever I can.
Oh, okay. I thought it was established that it was Google Authenticator that he was using. So you're saying that it might have been his phone number or Authy or some other way to do
Yeah, it was kind of weird how they had it set up. Yeah, it had like an API on the site even back when. I'm still figuring out what the deal was, but yeah, it was not confirmed that it was a Google Gmail account. It's probably another email domain, and so that's a factor.
Well, it's always the chance that he used Authy and he didn't have a PIN code on it. I would rebuild this phone.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna try that.
And if it was in fact Google Authenticator, I just sent you steps for you to reset that. And if it's basically it's either his phone number or it's Google or it's Authy. I mean, it's what else could it be, so to speak? I mean, for the most part, those are the popular options, right? No, I'm talking about the two-factor authentication, whatever you use for that. There's either his phone number or Google Authenticator or Authy. Those are the usual suspects.
Yeah, so he used 3. He used his phone number, his email, and Google Authenticator.
Okay, so if it's Google Authenticator you use for Binance, I just sent you the steps for you, and you have his Google account and his email and his phone number, and you have access to all those things, you're going to be able to reset it.
I hope you're right. I think I've gone through these resetting things, though. I will take a look later on. Appreciate you, though. In the middle of a raid.
What raid?
I'm playing a shooter, Escape from Tarkov.
All right, never played that one.
It's the shit.
I say you double down on Richard Hart product and projects, and then spend for an attorney to muscle Binance. You're too rich for this shit, man.
Oh, well, that's why I'm here, right? It's too much to give up on. I'm sure my dad had a. I mean, I'm not exactly sure, but it's not worth giving up on.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is don't get frustrated talking about Binance or interacting with them. Once you hit a brick wall, get your ducks in a row, turn it over to an attorney and say, go get. Let them communicate with Binance.
Yeah, I think that was probably my next steps, really. Do y'all think I would go with a specific attorney, or just go to any attorney and then they refer me to someone, the right person for an international financial kind of thing?
No. Which was the administrator of the will?
The lawyer that's handling his probate.
Then the probate attorney is exactly the one that you should get either the referral or they would handle it.
Gotcha. What if you don't like that attorney?
Then go spend for a new one that you'll take maybe a week to weed through all the information to get them up to speed. Cost you a few grand to do that.
Good point.
Yeah. Why would you not like the attorney?
You know, I don't have a whole lot of experience with attorneys, but they hardly do shit and take forever, and is not very well spoken. He just sucks.
No, that would be a standard attorney.
Thought that might be the case.
It's like with anything else, man. Good ones are few and far in between. Hard to find. It's true for every profession, man. It's finding a good carpenter, finding a good plumber, or dentist, or whatever, what have you, man.
For sure. Yeah, I'd hate to pay this scumbag any more money for something I may be able to do myself, so I'm not going to give up on trying these different things.
Well, like I said, if it is in fact the Google Authenticator that he used, and you have access to all his accounts and his phone number, it's fairly straightforward. But then if you do run into those whatever other issues with Binance, maybe they already even locked down his account right now if you sort of like flagged it, you know.
I thought that as well. I keep checking and it's still open. Yeah, I'm looking at your video. I've seen him just about every video of doing this, and yeah, I've already gone to the Google account and tried to see if it was set up. The ones that he had, the ones I could find, sniffing around all his inboxes, everything.
So
yeah,
that's the issue.
Not gonna work.
So that's the issue. It doesn't show up in his Google account.
Yeah, it doesn't show him in his Google account. It could have been another account or some other username that I don't know how he set it up in Google Authenticator. I'm just not getting the right combination. But I think it is the email address that he has in Binance, and I think it's a 16-digit recovery thing. The only other option is to see if that rebuilding the phone would actually get me straight through without having to put that 16-digit code in. I think is where I'm at.
Yeah, it's definitely worth a try. Especially if the juice is worth the squeeze.
Oh yeah.
Hey, from what I recall, using Google Authenticator for Binance, it should save the email address for the Google Authenticator code in the app. That's typically how it works.
Yeah, that reminds me. I think I was looking at his backup, just looking at the code, and I think I did find that it was the email address I was thinking, and recovered nothing from it. Looking at the Google account of it, and hit another dead end. Yeah.
And it's the top of the hour, and back to all items to do with Pulsechain, PulseX, and HEX.
Yeah, I really appreciate you guys. We can move on for sure.
I tend to think with all of these very necessary extensions of the date when we would expect for Pulsechain to launch, although there is no rhyme nor reason past the ability to audit and develop, that somehow everything's going to come out just fine for everyone, just like it did with HEX. Seemed like forever with HEX. And then one day, it was just live. The AA lobby started, and everything, all that weight, just went right out of your mind because you were so damn excited it was here. So have confidence, it's coming, and when it comes, you won't be prepared because you were too busy complaining about how long it took.
So I heard something interesting today from Matty. Oh, and I happened to catch his stream. I don't watch him, but he was all giddy, and he said that when the ETH and HEX, when you guys were buying it in the beginning, the pool for ETH and HEX, that the OA took most of the ETH, sold it, and bought more HEX to make the price of HEX go up. It was just a little gift to all the Hexicans. And I'm like, what? I don't think.
Yeah, not most of it, but yeah, there was a great deal, and that
Oh, so
is good.
he did go. He bought back in to HEX. Oh, it made the price go up for everybody.
There's no
Well,
he.
oh, I meant the
There is
OA.
a African priest, and there is
That's right.
a OA.
Oh yeah, and that tribe in Peru. Yeah. So so he did that for the community. That was mighty nice of that priest.
There's nothing that the African priest has ever done that's not nice for the community.
All right.
It's never
Nice.
dumped on our heads.
Oh, wow.
It's
I like that.
helped protect us from would-be dumpers and cataclysmic events like the big payday, which had people swarming in for one day thinking that they could grab free goodies and dump immediately after. It's defended the product for the entire, 2 years plus it's been around. So anytime I hear that Richard Hart product and it has an OA, I'm in.
Well, good. It almost
And you
sounds
can
like
ask, where does the ETH go? It goes back in value, back into my pocket, and I love it.
right. Almost sounds like the God Whale. Then again, I think Rackham thinks he's the God Whale or something.
Yeah, he's not.
I don't think
There
so.
was some discrepancy back in the day before the God Whale revealed himself on Twitter and proved that he was the owner of that address by sending a little bit of Ethereum or HEX to Funding Jim to verify.
Sure.
And then there was no doubt after that that he was a separate entity, a benevolent entity that was responsible for boosting the price by twofold in one market buy, and it never looked back. Now, the God Whale has unstaked recently, and he hasn't decided what he's going to do with that amount. But prior to that, he made a huge stake, 5555. So that should tell you something.
Right. He's going to dump it in Pulse Hex. Well, we'll see.
I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
I don't think so. I
Some
mean, he could be
liquidity.
responsible if he were to dump, so to speak. Maybe he's going to do that a responsible way through adding a lot of liquidity, or
Right.
maybe managing liquidity so it pumps when it's supposed to go up, and it limits the downside potential when it's supposed to go down.
Yeah.
He can start to take more of an active role. We don't know, right? We don't know.
Right.
What we do know is his track record is pretty damn good.
He could provide liquidity then. Yeah, some HEX.
Yeah, when you don't want things to, you can add a lot of liquidity to either get out of a position, or you can toggle the amount of downside, right? If it looks like things are going to go down, you can add a whole bunch of liquidity, so it takes a lot more funds to make some kind of impact on the price.
Yeah,
and you could
punch through.
withdraw it when you think that things are going up, so it could boost things up dramatically.
Mhm. Yeah, and he can sneak out that way too. Without putting
Not
limit on it.
sneak, not
No?
sneak. He took the risk, and he'll get out legitimately, and you know, he deserves to take profits when he wants. But believe me, by looking at his wallet, he's in no need of any, you know, pocket money.
Well, that's good to have some good people on our side.
Yes, verifiable good people. Correct.
Yes, verifiable. You don't hear that too much in other projects. Even though I'm just a yearling,